Getting hype when I aim up, elevating that game up, stepping up to the competition. Only first place, and that's how I'm living. I'm with it till they digging up my grave, eating all the things up on my plate. Game face when I step up into place. I was born and when I watched me elevate. Watch me elevate. all in when I show up. Whole place about to blow up. Superior to that competition. I'm in first place, yeah, that's how I'm living. I'm winning till they digging up my grave. Eating all the things up on my plate. Game face when I step up into place. I was born and when I watched me elevate. I was born and when I watched me elevate.
Broken dreams in my pocket. Golden thing round my neck like a locket. Carve your name in my mind, cause you caught it. You caught it. You're golden, golden. Honestly, you know it. Me under the street light at the young, so I could show you. You're golden, golden. Honestly, you're glowing. Me under the mezzanine, just so that I could show you. You're golden. Hey, you're golden. You're golden. Hey, you're golden. Golden. When we meet, hold my hand in the darkness. Summer heat, bodies laid on the carpet.
Gentlemen, and welcome to Assetto Corsa Competizione. I'm your host, Matthew Duffin. Joining the commentary box for race one tonight is joining us once again. Mike Matthews will be in the commentary box with us, and for the entire night, it is Jamie Brazier. We are here at the Temple of Speed. It is Monza, and what a fabulous circuit this is going to be for some great GT4 action and, if you enjoy it, some GT3 action. Before we say hello to the guys in the comms box tonight, though, a quick little announcement. There will be no racing next week. No commentators for a Thursday night next week, which means there will be a week's break, pushing the season back a week, meaning that, unfortunately, I won't make the Imola race on Thursday night. I know you're all gobsmacked and gutted, but I will be back for the Hungaroring the week after. So there will be no streams next week. Be sure that if you're on the Discord of SimPlay Motorsport to keep your eyes on driver streams. I'm sure there'll be a few drivers streaming throughout the week. And hey, we may even get a little special event or something on the Thursday night. We'll see what the plan is. But there is no GT4 or GT3 next week, so sorry to bring you that news, but glad to bring you the two boys in the commentary box with me tonight. Good evening, Jamie, and good evening, Mike.
Good evening, Matthew. Evening, Mike.
Hello, how about it?
Are we well? Are we looking forward to this one?
Yeah, it should be interesting, especially with a reverse grid. See how some of the new guys pick it up and see if they get the gist of it straight away.
Yeah, it's going to. Sorry, Jamie.
And to see, be interesting to see how the people the front runners who did well at Carl Army last week are able to fight their way through.
Yeah, obviously one of the front runners, Gary 131, we know he's down as a reserve driver. He will not be participating tonight. 14 drivers out there on the track view, and the championship standings look a little like this. If you're Fury, the man on screen at the moment, you are living life of luxury because you lead the championship tied with Gary 131, but he is not here tonight, meaning that Fury has the chance to take the outright lead in the championship tonight. Third place, is this man on orthodubs in his Chevrolet. He's 18 points behind, and we're already seeing the new point system come into play with them bigger gaps, especially inside the top 10. In third place, it's Dennis Newman. He had a great outing last week. He even looked good in his Honda. He's currently third fastest at the moment. He sits P4, 19 points behind. Kishanyika is currently in P5. He's 20 points off the lead in his Ginetta. Great week for the Ginetta last week, taking its 25th pole position. Smokey Devil then, Mike said last week he is one to watch. Well, one to watch he is indeed. He's the quickest man at the moment. He's P6, 25 points off the back of Fury. Tibbs, Agent Tibbles then comes next. P4, 8/10 off of Smokey Devil at the moment, but 33 points off the back of Fury before we head down the pack to Bryn in his Chevrolet on 28 points. Sooty Apex is in as a reserve. Would have liked to be here tonight, but he has a job interview in the morning, so he's preparing for that one. Can't make it. He is 9th place. Future Revenge and in another Ginetta, sitting P6 at the moment. Great stuff for him. DJ Phil in his Audi was fighting talk last week, saying he's going to try and beat everybody as best he can out there on the track. He sits P11 on 20 points, just then ahead of PM Motorsport, who is down in 12th place. Overtaker, not here tonight, sits in 13th with John Andrews and sitting P14 at the moment. And then it's the drivers that haven't yet done a race. Tetu is on no points. We have a new driver tonight in Kit Yez, and that's what I'm going with until Nexus or Ben Varga on Wednesday night tells me different. It is Kit Yez is on 0 points. Shane will make his first outing in the Porsche Cayman. We also have Dit Andy, who's not here in his Maserati. Max Mulder struggling for internet connection since the PS5. And your Pro-Am champion of Louis Allen joins us on the grid for the championship as well. Jamie, Fury and Gary last week, the winners. Obviously, it's a shame to not have any Gary tonight. But you have to say, this looks a BMW circuit. It looks like the straight line speed of the BMW. We know a lot about Monza being a fast track and those for the top speed.
Yeah, it is a shame that that Gary isn't here tonight, but yeah, it gives a bit of an open goal to Fury in that BMW, yeah, and anyone who's in that Beamer is going to be licking their lips, because that Beamer is pretty much a rocket ship in a straight line.
And Mike, we saw last week down the start straights that the BMW looked mighty fast and incredibly quick down them straights. Monza is really all about its straight line speed. As much as it's the corners that catch you out here because you think it's a fast circuit, you can, brake and get through these slow corners as quick as possible. It's the corners where you're actually going to lose a lot more of your time.
Yeah, it's like I say, there's so much full throttle around this circuit. Corners like the Lesmos are quite tricky here, especially the first one. You tend to get on the power a bit too early, and you end up in the gravel. And Ascari catches a few people out, especially the curbs, because they're quite violent there. If you get that wrong, it'll just bury you into a barrier. But yeah, it's certainly got some top speed, the BM. So it'll be interesting to see how it does.
It certainly has. Now, one car that we've seen quite a lot of as a touring car fan throughout this weekend. The Porsche Cayman makes its debut tonight in the GT4s. Shane behind the wheel. Now, Shane, he obviously took his first ever pro podium last season. Didn't have the best weeks last week in the Bentley at Kyle Army. But he's in a Porsche that is one of the recommended GT4 cars. What can he do tonight, Mike? Because he's a very capable driver on his day.
Who was that? Sorry, I just said it in one of the files. Yeah, Shane, he has ups and downs. He has moments. 1 minute you look at him and you think, wow, he's got some pace, and then the next minute he just has an absolute stinker of a race. So it'll be very interesting to see what he can do in the Porsche. I don't rate that. I don't think it's meant to be a good car around here, if I remember rightly. So yeah, I think it's going to be a tough race for him.
We'll see what he can do throughout the evening. Jamie as well, we get a new driver on the grid. It's another BMW M4 with Louis Allen in his BMW M4. It's just more BMWs to add to that sort of list that an orthodubs will not want to see. You will want as little BMWs as possible on this track tonight.
Yeah, he'll definitely want his little BMWs on track tonight. But I'm guessing that people have watched the stream last week and gone, that BMW looks good. I wonder what I can do in it. And much to Dan's dismay, he's not gonna enjoy that one bit. But
No.
perhaps, I think as the season goes on and more drivers join, I imagine they're probably going to be in the BMW, because the BMW looks the car of choice at the minute. Just to add on to the Porsche, I remember. Well, so we haven't seen it that much on ACC, but just going back off what we know from Project Cars 2, that it was mighty in a straight line on there. So whether that will replicate onto here, have to wait and see.
Now, obviously, we see what will happen. There are tracks where the Chevrolet is going to be stronger than the BMW M4 this season. But it's Monza. It's one of them circuits. It is easy to know because it is so popular and it is so good. But like Mike says, Jamie, it is a very tricky track. And there is a lot of high sausage curbs around here. Especially then the tricky part of the Lesmos with its high curbs. And then the Parabolica, where it's easy to just get too greedy on the power and lose the rear end.
Yeah, it's very, very easy to lose the car in here. Ascari, especially, there's a Camaro off, which I think was Tibbs. But Ascari, especially because you can be so close around here that just a little tap into Ascari can send you off into the distance. So yeah, it's very easy to make a mistake around here.
It is indeed. 14, though, of the GT4 drivers will make up today. In terms of a few little maintenance work, milestones for this week, which will keep Emplava busy if they are hit. It is Fury, 2 podiums away for his 100th podium, making him the 3rd driver to do so. After myself and Unorthodox, Fury can reach that 100 mark tonight with 2 podiums. McLaren, with John Andrews, if they take 1 pole position, that'll be their 50th pole position. And BMW need 2 wins for its 25th race win, which with 4 BMWs out on the track, it is not beyond impossible. What is interesting is the other one is Ferrari need 4 podiums for 50. Now, there's a good few Ferraris on the grid, Mike. You've driven the Ferrari Season 1. 4 podiums for its 50th. You had a season in it in Project Cars 2, a season in it on this. It's close to a milestone, but you just feel the Ferrari's not going to be able to achieve that this year.
Yeah, I don't know. The Ferraris, again, it's a hit and miss car. It can be a very nice car to drive, but looking at the drivers on the grid, well, we haven't even got a Ferrari in this, have we?
No, not tonight. It will be tomorrow, Wednesday and Thursday.
Yeah, you look at the quality of the drivers with other cars on.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it'll suit some tracks, but yeah, I don't think it'll do too much this season.
Good evening in the chat to Benedict Varga, our Pro-Am commentator and pro race driver, and OBH. I'm not even going to try and bother pronouncing that one. You know what? Let's give it a go. I'm going Mahaley Lacey. Apologies if I've mispronunciated that. Benedict Varga will tell me the actual name on Wednesday night. Can't wait to dominate here with the Jag, Matt. I think that boy has got a little too optimistic after a few good results last Thursday night. Dominate here in the Jag. Look, you had a good result last Thursday night. You did really well, Benedict, but let's not get too carried away at the moment. Evening to Emplava as well, who says, "Oh, hello, teammate," in the chat. You got your setup ready for Thursday, Mike, have you?
Partly, I'm not favouring this in the Honda. I think it severely lacks top end. It can be quick, and it's shown in Kyalami. It's got some grunt, but I think it's just it can run a slightly lower downforce. But on tracks like this, where, to be fair, some cars don't even run downforce. It's a Dean Wysocki 0-0 mode.
Full Dean Wysocki, wow.
That's where the Honda just lacks it.
We'll see what happens this week. Evening to E. McKizzle in the chat as well. It's a very good evening. Now, Benedict, need your help with this one, because I want you to tell me if this is wrong. You told me it was Kishanyika last week, and I've been practicing that all week to get it right for tonight. We're going with Kit Yez, is what we're going with for the new driver. Tell me if I'm right. As Emplava tells Mike to shut up, you'll do fine.
He's hoping.
He's brave, he is. Getting very brave, that boy. Jamie makes his return to GT3's Thursday night. Jamie, be good to see you back out there at Monza.
Yep. Don't know how well
You're not scared of this track, Jamie?
No. don't know how well the Audi's going to do. The Audi's not got
hey,
straight line speed, but
somebody was a couple of tenths quicker than the Ripper the other night.
All right, don't get ahead of yourself.
mate, I'm taking that as 35 points. That's a win for me. A couple of tenths quicker, boom, straight on it.
He's just emptied the boot now.
Yeah. yeah.
About 6 seconds quicker.
I'll take that 100. I'll take that 60 litres out of the car because I was running 120 litres 1 second, and yeah, bangs in a mid 45 or something ridiculous like that.
He's taken Overtaker's sandbags out from Project Cars 2.
Overtaker's Mike's. Mike wins race 1, doesn't win a race for a couple of seasons. Captain Sandbags was Mike.
Yep.
Seasons, I'm still waiting, huh?
Yeah, you had a second at Kota a few seasons later, didn't you?
Had a first at Bathurst as well, but I'm not feeling good for that this season either, to be honest.
I'm glad now because we pushed back a week. I miss Bathurst now, so yeah, you might win it, Mike. We know what luck you have when I'm not there. You win or get on the podium. So you never know. Although let's be honest, Honda, I reckon, could be a good car. We know it's the chosen car of the Intercontinental packs.
Yeah, there's chosen, and then there's me driving it. There's a totally different thing there.
Yeah. We are currently at the last 6.5 minutes of the session. It is Smokey Devil, currently the quickest man out there with a 1:59.175. Kishanyika in the Ginetta currently sat P2, 2 tenths off the back. Fury's P3 with Dennis Newman sat P4. Then it's the first of the American cars. It is Tibbs, P5 from Unorthodox P6. Louis Allen has moved up to 7th place with Future Wrench down in 8th. Kit Tiez down in... I am actually right. I think he says I'm right. Brilliant. Kit Tiez is in P9. DJ Phil is 10th. Bryn is down 11th for PM Motorsport 12th. John Andrews 13th and Shane coming out the pits P14. Now, for those of you who are new to SimPlay Motorsport and new to ACC with us this season, what we do now, it is week 2, which means... the qualifying for race 1 is over. Unless you're in Amateur League, who you'll still get your 15-minute qualifying session. The qualifying is now over for race 1. You see there, it says a 1-minute qualifying time. That is purely for us as broadcasters to return to the garage before it goes wrong on us and we can't change camera view at the start of the race. We then go into the 20-minute race, which will then be the reverse grid of the championship order. So when we go through that... it will be the grid order looking a little like this. Shane will start on pole as he's on no points from John Andrews. PN Motorsport will be 3rd. DJ Phil lining up 4th. Future Revenge will be 5th with Brennan 6th. Tibbs will be 7th with Smokey Devil 8th. Kishanyika 9th. Dennis Newman 10th. Unorthodox 11th. Fury 12th. Now, because Louis Allen and Kit Tiez was new to the championship today, they start from the back of the grid. Why? That is because they are a new entry into this championship. So therefore, they haven't scored any points and was not registered for the opening race of the season. So whereas Shane has scored nothing, he was registered and missed last week. He therefore will start at the front. For the drivers who are new to the championship, they start at the back. And Jamie, obviously you was around sort of watching as a spectator towards the end of last season. What do you think to the reverse grid format? With the new driver starting at the back, it gives everybody a bit more of a chance, especially now in a 20-minute sprint race format.
Yeah, so it definitely gives people who start off the front in a reverse race more of a chance. It's not completely like touring cars because obviously they only swap the top maximum of the top 12. It's more like British F4 where they do a complete reverse grid race. But yeah, it definitely gives people who wouldn't normally be up the front off normal qualifying chance to be up the front and experience what it's like up the front and battle for a victory.
Yeah, and Mike, this is one thing that we wanted to do. We know there's, I think Overtaker mentioned the other night, why don't we do it for the 45-minute race? Well, the 20-minute sprint gives them people who wouldn't necessarily have the chance to get a podium that opportunity of maybe getting a podium, if not taking a race win.
Yeah, exactly. If you do it in a 45-minute race, you can put Ripper at the back and he's still going to be at the front by the end of it. And same with most fast drivers will always work their way, but with it being a shorter race, it gives those at the bottom end of the leaderboard a chance to potentially get that win.
Yeah.
Because especially on tracks like here, turn 1 is horrendous, because you've got so many lap 1 heroes that try and do everything in turn 1 into this tight chicane.
As Fury's just absolutely done there to Dennis Newman.
There you go. And that's not even off a grid start, let alone that's just 2 racing. So it's good. It allows the guys to try and get a bit of a lead, providing they get through turn 1 cleanly. It gives them a chance of a win, especially with the pits are open for the full 20-minute race. So if they want to get that out, getting a bit of clean air like me and Gary did last week, worked wonders with a bit of damage. So if you get damage in the first lap here, your sprint race isn't over either. So I think it should work well this season, providing the guys get the reverse grid line out right and don't mess about too much.
And what we're seeing here is Fury, with 2 minutes left, is on 7/10 quicker than Smokey Devil. Louis Allen's actually just gone quicker than an Orthodubs. Sedan, who looked like he struggled a little bit in the Chevy Camaro last week at Kyle Army, is definitely struggling for speed here. But what we don't know, Jamie, is what fuel these guys are running, because we're not sure if it's quick quali run at the moment or if it is that full race fuel. And for drivers, they might be looking at 45-minute races, picking more points up than in the sprint with that reverse grid.
Yeah, definitely. But what was it about lap 1 heroics? John Andrews sent it on down at lap 1, so turn 1's going to be interesting.
Turn 1 is going to be interesting. Good evening, though, to Micro J's, as Emplava's told me to sit my butt down, boy. You sit your butt down and get me them images sorted, Emplava. Good evening to Micro J's. Benedict Varga. Can't wait to see you in my mirrors in the opening laps again, Matt. Yeah, I missed it. I did lap you last week and think, do I pull behind you so you can see you in the mirrors? But I didn't want to do it. Plava will take the win. That was my strategy last week. That's why he had such a bad race. Apparently the Jag will be the most dominant car here. My handle will be 3 metres wide, so good luck overtaking. We've seen at the Hungaroring at the end of last season, Mike, that Plava, he does like to form an orderly queue behind him at the Hungaroring, and he does make his Honda very, very wide, but has a mistake in him.
Yeah, he reminds me of, was it Alonso last season?
Yeah.
He just held up pretty much the whole field. Yeah, Plava, good wingman.
Good wingman indeed. He is indeed. Plava, you've sent me 2, but you've also forgot the Audi 500th, Audi 5th. In fact, let me just copy what I need you to give me, please. He's got a mistake in him though, as Plava, hasn't he? We saw at that same race as well that 2 of the Honda teammates actually collided that day.
2 other teammates collided this weekend, didn't they?
They did, yeah. Silly Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah.
Evening to Daz Automatic in the chat as well. Did you watch the Grand Prix, Mike?
I did, yeah. It was interesting.
I felt hot
nice
for
to see
them.
he admitted the error, and that was nice to see, and a bit of a comeback from George.
Good comeback, very good comeback. What do we think? Well, we're coming to the end of free practice. What do we think to Qatar? A bit of a joke because of the heat and the time of year it probably was. They're racing out round there. A lot of drivers complaining that they was ill afterwards.
Yeah, I think was it Lawson pulled in? He retired. Was it Lawson?
Sargent.
Sargent. Yeah, Logan Sargent. He pulled in. He was clearly dehydrated. I think it's later next year, I believe. It's about 3 races later, or 2 months later, so should be a bit cooler. Yeah, it is. I've been out there. It is very hot in the peak summer. It's ridiculous. Yeah. So I feel their pain. Just looking at the timetables at the minute, Fury and Smokey are pretty much matched Sector 1, but they're 6/10 faster than near enough anyone else.
Yeah, and the interesting thing as well is Kishanyika is actually the quickest through Sector 2 in the Ginetta in that middle sector. So interesting to see that he is the one who is setting the timing screens alike middle sector. But then again, Joe, 6/10 quicker than Smokey Devil in that final sector. So BMW 1-2 at the moment. It's Unorthodox who we are waiting for to finish his final flying lap. And round the parabolic he comes now. He's currently 7th place, 1.9 off the pace. Big Chevrolet Camaro for Unorthodox. What can he do as he comes towards the line? I don't know if he improved there or not. Let's go to free practice and see. He did. He went P4 in the end, 1:59.7 as compared to Joe's 1:58.4. So still 1.3 off the pace, and a bit of time for him to find. Right, we're going into the reverse grid. I want a prediction for a race winner.
Kissanica and the Ginetta.
Oh.
I'm going to go with Smoky Devil.
I'm going to go with Shane. Starts at the front in the Porsche. I'm going to go with Shane. There is the poll out. Shane, Kissanica, Smoky Devil and Fury are the ones on the poll. If you disagree with any of them drivers, comment in the chat who you think will win the race if you disagree with any of them drivers. As we are about to get underway. So we say, as we now can return to the garage so that we can change the camera angles. So say good evening to Daz Automatic. Plava, when did me and Mike collide? Go back to the Hungarian highlights from last season, the last highlights I put on as pro, and you will see where you and Mike collided. It was actually rather funny, and I made sure it got into the highlights, as E. McKizzle says, ooh. The question is, E. McKizzle, farming simulator later? That's the biggest question of the evening, isn't it, Jamie?
Yep.
Have we got some money on that now?
We have. We're in profit. We've paid our debt off. We're in profit.
I think that's enough for Farming Simulator. We don't want to turn our viewers to all turn off, do it?
E. McKizzle as well, by the way. She bought all the DLCs for it. She's bought the game and could become SimPlay Motorsport's first female driver.
In a tractor.
No, genuine. She's been asking about steering wheels and which one's the best one to buy and things like that. For ACC, no, genuinely, no. She's been testing. She's in the 1:37 around here.
And we told her the best wheel is a numbskull.
Yeah.
Are you sure she's in the 37s? Because if she is, she's
57. Sorry, apologies. 57s. Yeah, she's taking that 20th seat in the pro category.
Ripper's got a fight if she is.
Yeah. Plava's going to get beat by a girl. It'd be great to see our first female driver on the grid. Right, so Mike has gone Kissanica, Jamie has gone Smoky Devil, I have gone Shane. Currently, the chat has it very even, tied Smoky to Fury with Kissanica 25% of the vote. Shane not even had a vote yet. Absolutely fantastic to see. No 37, you're crazy lol, she says in the chat. 57s, although I've seen Dean Wisocki's only in the 53, so 4 seconds. Say she's only just got the game. That's not bad. Doable.
Very doable.
Well, there goes my pick for the start of the race. That one's gone.
Yeah.
Shane missed the start line.
And of course I've gone on. I've gone on to him, so I'm now stuck in the pit lane with him.
Oh yeah, we can't change cameras.
That's where you see. That's where you press return to garage before the end of qualify. Well then you should be able to press on the driver name. Yeah, there you go. Right.
My wheel.
Yep, exactly. Which means the grid order will look like this. It will be John Andrews who will line up on pole position with Shane missing the start. So John Andrews, I think now there's a little confusion with Shane missing the start as they are all bunched up massively here. John Andrews will be on provisional pole. I think PN is trying to slow down to get John Andrews in front. He now is. After John Andrews, it will be that then of PN Motorsport. And this is the confusion of the reverse grid. And this is why we like drivers to confirm their availability. Obviously, Shane missing the start cannot be helped. But it is John Andrews from PN Motorsport. After PN is DJ Phil Green, as Bryn's trying to take a very wide line to get DJ Phil into place. John Andrews again has dropped behind PN.
He could also be going pretty slow just to try and
push him up. Yeah. After PN Motorsport then is DJ Phil, as we know. I can't find his name on the list. I always lose names on this list. There he is at the bottom. And John Andrews is now behind PN and DJ Phil. So not sure what John Andrews is doing here, but needs to be in front of them two drivers. After DJ Phil, it should be Future Revenge, which it isn't at the moment. He needs to get himself ahead of Bryn. You gotta love a reverse grid start, because it all goes horribly wrong until the end of the season.
I think PN just needs to really slow down and just force John through and then go behind him.
Yeah, I think you're right there. There we go. John Andrews looks like he's trying to get alongside now, so I think you're right. Pien just needs to slow down that little bit. They've got to be in order, what? 2 corners from the end, I believe it is?
Yeah, they should, ideally, the sooner the better, but yeah,
right.
I don't know if John Andrews is getting this.
So Future Revenge is in the correct order. Bryn is now in the correct grid slot. Behind Bryn should then be Agent Tibbles, which it isn't at the moment. Don't believe the new driver has got the word of Kitias, as he is sort of sat with pack. He's going wide, though, so I wonder if he is hopefully allowing drive through. Right, John Andrews is back in order. Tibbs now needs to try and come through. Kishanyika as well is massively out of order here. And it seems like 2 of the new drivers just haven't read the rules and regulations properly.
After the post today, I think a few might be getting a little visit to the steward's box after the race.
So Future Revenge is now slowed down once again to make Bryn slow even further down. So there he goes. So Bryn back in order. Then it should be Tibbs, which it is not Tibbs at the moment. It is the 2 Hungarian drivers of Kishanyika and Kitias sort of in between Tibbs. Tibbs, I think, coming through the pack now to get onto the rear end of Bryn. The problem with this slow outlap here is these GT4s have no tyre blankets, Jamie. So they are really going to struggle to warm their tyres up here.
Yeah, definitely. They're very much going to struggle to warm their tyres up. And like I said before, turn 1's going to be interesting.
Turn 1's going to be very interesting. I think there's a lot of confusion here. Louis Allen's at the back of the grid. And then it's Fury. And then just ahead of Fury, I believe, is Dan. Tibbs is now in the correct place. Kishanyika massively out of position here. John Andrews, I still don't know what is... Well, it's just gone horribly wrong, this reverse grid start, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think we'll have to have a chat with a few of these drivers and...
Let's look at the back of the pack. We know Louis Allen is at the back. Then it is Fury. In front of Fury, it should be Dan on Orthodubs. Indeed, it then is. Dennis Newman should then be the car in front of Dan. Believe he is. It looks like he's at the back of the pack. So I can see Fury as the camera pans out a little bit now. Yeah, it is Dennis Newman. In front of Dennis Newman, Smokey. It should be Kishanyika. It's not. Then it is Smokey. So Smokey's in the correct place. Then it is Tibbs. So it is literally Kishanyika and Kitias that are out of position at the moment.
Shane must be sat in the pit lane thinking, what on earth's going on?
Also, Future Revenge again has dropped behind Bryn here as Smokey's trying to creep through a load of cars. So it's just all a bit...
chaotic.
Messy, I think is the word there. Messy.
Well, John Andrews looks like he's at the front from what I can see from the pit lane.
Reverse gridlock says, Dan, evening to peaceful stepdad. Good luck tonight and good evening, everyone, he says. Nem Plover, long evening at the race office it will be, it looks like. It's never a short evening in the steward's room, that is for sure. So Bryn should be behind should be behind Future Revenge. Future Revenge just isn't making the inroads. They're all going to line up. It's all gone a bit messy. Phil's now pulling to be alongside John Andrews, who should be alongside DJ Phil, but DJ Phil looks like... Sorry, he should be alongside Pien. DJ Phil looks like he's trying to go through the middle of them. Yeah. Good start. And we've got 2 more races of this because we've got the Pro-Ams and the Pros to get on the reverse grid. So hopefully it's all sorted for the new drivers by Wednesday night. The race start, though, is at this slider for the first time this evening for round 3. It is green and go, and there is cars all over the place due to slow starts. DJ Phil, one of them cars, but it is PM Motorsport in the KTM Crossbow who has got away and is in the lead of this race, coming down towards Turn 1. Look at the BMW speed of Fury, who's on the inside of about 4 different cars. Is he going to lunge it into Turn 1? There goes PM. Bryn's tapped the back of John Andrews and has gone into the wall. PN misses the chicane. John Andrews misses the chicane. Everybody gets through with your Fury relatively cleanly, and it looked like DJ Phil of Future Revenge got overtaken by everybody at the start and is now dropped to the back of the pack. I wonder if that was a deliberate slow start to avoid the carnage at Turn 1. You can't be doing that. That is out of grid position. So at the minute it is Bryn from Kishanyika out of place on the grid. Smokey Devil's gone from the back of the pack. He's running up in P3. It's Dennis Newman who is now running it up in P4. From then exit Tibbs as Kishanyika and Smokey miss the chicane massively. Smokey comes back on to just push Dennis Newman onto the gravel a little bit as Kishanyika now rejoins. And look at Tibbs here. Chaos with Dennis Newman and Smokey Devil into the first of the Lesmos. And Jamie, it is just a little scruffy at the opening laps of Monza.
Just a little. Smokey Smokey was having a look down the inside of Kishanya, but didn't manage to pull it off. He's now coming under fire from the American of Exit Tibbs as they come down towards Ascari for the first time.
But what you have to say, Mike, coming into Ascari for the first time is Fury, your championship leader, has got it the way he wanted it and leads this race and has got a 1.3 second gap already. He's making the use of that clear advantage he had. Yeah,
I think Fury's going to start pulling away now. And Fury getting in front like that was sort of a big advantage to him. I think it's his to lose.
It's his to lose as Tibbs is defending that inside line. Dennis Newman's going to try and look along the outside of the Parabolica. Sweeps around the outside. Tibbs can do nothing about that. That is a good move from Dennis Newman. As now Dan's going to try and follow around the outside of Dennis Newman. But Tibbs slides into that slipstream of Dennis Newman here. And they are going to train down the start straight. Further down the pack, Louis Allen's up to 7th. John Andrews is down to 8th. PM makes his early stop. Kitjes is in 10th with DJ Phil 11th. Bryn has passed DJ Phil. Sorry, so he's 10th. DJ Phil 11th. Future Revenge on 12th. And Shane a lap down P14 already in this one. Smokey Devil trying to get on the back of Kishanyika as Dennis Newman and Tibbs nearly touch at turn 1. Fury went wide. Sorry, apologies. Fury went wide, Jamie. The exit of turn 1. And here comes Kishanyika into the Curva Grande round the outside. And Fury now drops down to 2nd place.
Yeah, Tibbs and Dan made contact at turn 1. Tibbs was actually on the grass. And Louis Allen is all over the back of that. He's going to the outside of the second chicane. Dan's on the grass. Dan's going to try and hold his ground on the inside of Louis Allen. Doesn't look like he's going to force the issue, but could he get the cut back? No, he runs a little bit wide and Dan keeps that 6th position. Yeah, it was a bit messy coming into the first corner between Dennis Newman, Tibbs and Dan.
Yeah, it was as well. We was watching the Kishanyika Smokey Devil Fury battle, and Fury looking really racy on the back of Kishanyika at the moment, who will more than likely be under investigation for being out of position at the start of this race. And down the straight they come towards the Ascari chicane, and Mike, it's 3 for the lead, but all of a sudden as well you've got Dennis Newman gaining on the rear of these, and a fast charging Daz trying to get past Exit Tibbs to get on the back. Fury to the outside though of Ascari. He's not going to get it done there.
Yeah, it's good battles up and down the grid at the moment. Fury with his little mistake gifted Kishanyika with the lead, but I'm pretty sure Fury's going to come back at him here going into work it now going into Parabolica and then into turn 1. But is he going to go for the outside on Parabolica?
He's going to look for the outside at the Parabolica. He pulls out, and Kishanyika doing a very good job of covering that inside line. Just manages to get it stopped and turning. That's where the Ginetta is going to be stronger than the BMW. We saw the BMW struggle on its tyre life at the end of Kyalami last week as Fury gives Kishanyika a good flash of the lights. Well, Fury will have that straight line speed advantage, and down the start straight they've crossed the line, start lap 2. Fury is going to be back in the lead of this race. I believe he's now got just a nose in front. In fact, he's got a full car in front. Kishanyika though can be late on the brakes, but he's already way too far back, and Smokey Devil nearly collects the back of both Kishanyika and Fury, and how he gets that stopped I do not know.
Yeah, credit to Smokey there to get that stopped and not end up powering through the corner was good brakes.
Yeah, it was very good brakes. He just made a little bit of contact with Kishanyika and just forced him wide. Now Dennis Newman is up to 3rd, so yeah, Kishanyika's gone from 1st to 4th in the space of 2 corners.
Yeah, in the space of 2 corners, he's all of a sudden got Exit Tibbs and Unorthodox looking on the back of him, as I believe there Fury just touched the gravel a little bit on the exit of the 2nd chicane. Down to DJ Phil though, he's got Future Revenge right on the back of him, and as we saw in Am last week, Future Revenge had pace to be on the back of cars, but just struggled to be able to commit to an overtake to get past them all. As Louis Allen is in the pits, PM Motorsport, is now rounding the Parabolica, and that could give PM Motorsport another place, although Louis Allen is away, so PM's got to do a job there. As Kittiers has gone very wide, DJ Phil giving him a flash of the lights. Not sure why from Phil there. He wasn't really close enough to get the move done, and Kittiers has every right to rejoin the track when safe to do so, and safe to do so it was. But out front it is Fury from Smokey Devil, from Dennis Newman, Kishanyika, Tibbs and Dan, the top 6 pretty close together. Back down to Future Revenge on DJ Phil to the outside of Ascari. You've got to be a brave man to get it done around there with Future Revenge. Just sticking a nose in still, maybe having a look, getting that confidence up from the moves he couldn't do last Tuesday, Mike.
Yeah, he backed out of that one a little bit. He weren't sure whether Phil would get stopped up the inside. I think he was a bit wary. He actually lost out quite a bit on there. He was a hell of a lot closer to Phil, but yeah, unlucky that for Future Revenge. Just needs a bit more confidence, a bit later on the brakes.
As here comes... Go on, Jamie.
The Camaros are having a battle coming down in towards turn 1. Dan had managed to get past Tibbs going into Parabolica, but Tibbs is now coming back at him. Who's going to be latest on the brakes? It looks like it's an awful dubs. Cuts it. Is he going to cut in front? Yep. Tibbs lets him have that one.
Future revenge.
I was about to say the people flashing must be getting lessons off Dan's idol, Ricky Davis.
Ricky Davis. Future Events decides to look for an undercut on DJ Phil. Will it work as Shane as well comes into the pits? He's a lap down in this race. Kishanyika is all over the back of Dennis Newman, or he was. That gap's just gone up 0.6 of a second. Fury keeping control of this lead. And Mike, you said last week that Smokey Devil is one that can charge through the field. Well, he's gone from by the back of the pack with Fury, and he's currently P2 in this first race.
Yeah, he's good at pulling through the pack. If he can get a few moves done cleanly, start pulling away, and then it'd be interesting to see if he can start closing the gap into Fury, because we all know Smokey's got some good pace when he's on a clean track, and in the groove. So it'd be interesting to see if the gap starts to come down.
On with Tibbs and Unorthodox once again here then as they come down the back straight towards the Ascari chicane. Dan's already gone defensive here as Tibbs is going to look to the outside of Ascari chicane. He runner-up in Pro-Am last season. He had a great week on opening week in Pro, did exit Tibbs, and now he's got to try and come up against the 6-time champ, and at the minute he's just coming off second best at the minute. Good evening to Fury's granddad and the Ripper in the chat. The Ripper saying that this makes him scared for Thursday night. We're all scared when we go to Monza, especially when you've got Plava in the field.
That's a bit harsh.
He's not. He's terrible on the brakes. He's Plava terrible. Like the torpedo, as Daniel Kvyat was once called. That's what them Plava is. Right. The Russian missile.
Yeah, Tibbs is now back in the slipstream of Unorthodox. At the moment, with Dan just being that little bit later on the brakes, he can show you that he's just got that mental advantage over Tibbs, because he knows that Tibbs can't do him.
And that's the thing with Monza, isn't it, Jamie? Is it's so easy to defend around here. It's cover the inside line, force them the long way around, and you've got to have big cojones to get around the outside at Monza, as Max Verstappen didn't have a couple of years ago. Jan has a bit of a wiggle clip in the curb, and all of a sudden we're seeing John Andrews, Bryn and Kitties, who looks like he's got a bit of front end damage, all come into the pit. So bottom 4 drivers have all pitted. They're all out on track, and it is now the next 3 cars into the pits. Here we go. Do you remember when I slid across you back in season 1, Matt? Yes, remember season 1 vividly. Wiped out in race 1, won race 2. Kept my cool though when I got wiped out, because as everybody knows, I am a cool, composed driver when being hit.
Wow. Cool's not a word. Quiet might be the word.
Headset thrown.
Headset's gone, so no one can hear you anymore. Yeah, a big key point on setup here is you've got to have confidence in your brakes. You want to be braking as late as possible, and if you've got no confidence or you can't brake late, you'll struggle to make any passes.
You will indeed, as Tibbs again being forced to the outside of Ascari. He doesn't quite pull to the outside and commit to it around it. Trying to brake a little bit earlier and maybe getting an undercut on Dan, but can't do so. Very surprised at the Ginetta's pace, Jamie. I didn't think the Ginetta would have had the straight line speed of the Chevrolet Camaro, but Kishanyika at the moment. Alright, he's losing out to Dennis Newman, but he's not really being caught by the 2 behind.
No, let's say the two behind aren't helping themselves by battling. They're not working with each other. Stan's having to defend quite, not heavily, but he's having to fight to keep Tibbs behind, so they can't close in on that Ginetta in front.
DJ Phil yet to make his pit stop, as is the top 6. Engine map 8, don't know what you're on about, Benedict. I thought we was friends in Pro-Am on the commentary box, but don't know what you're on about now.
Tibbs is going to look to the inside. Is Dan going to have that? Yep, he's going to have the advantage again on the brakes. There's a slow car.
Oh, no! That is the new driver who was stationary while the back markers come through and has taken out the rear end of an Unorthodox. And you just know Danny's not going to be a happy chap for that one.
No, he is not.
The headset would have been thrown. Well and truly, Mike.
If that was you, I don't think you'd still be online. I think the whole thing would have been thrown.
The telly, PC, PlayStation, all out the window. Dennis Newman out front, then seeing as that battle's come to an end, he's now right on the rear of Smoky Devil. Now, is this the stage in the Bentley, as Kitty's now has a drive-through penalty for track limits, for abusing the track limits as well? Well, I think somebody needs to go back and read the rules on relegation. Matt, remember Hockenheim in the headset? Again, why do you nasty people in the chat keep bringing up bad memories? Plavy, do you remember losing that Pro-Am Championship? Right, back to the racing. Dennis Newman on the back of Smoky Devil here. And is...
Smokey's outbraked himself, he's gone straight across the gravel.
Thank you, Mama, for the carrots, Dennis Newman. He won't need a second in, but... Oh, no. Yeah.
He's still in front. Smokey's gained an advantage from that, so really
that'll possibly be... Well, the bonus with ACC is that'll probably have more than likely given him a full track limit warning. A couple more strikes and you're out.
Yeah, you can definitely tell that Smokey's under pressure, as you now see Dennis. He's now run wide out of Parabolica, and I think Smokey's going to come into the pits this time around, as our race leader has come into the pits as well. Dennis carries on.
Yeah, Dennis, I think, was going to follow Smoky Devil in, but he sold the dummy. Tibbs is also going to come into the pits. It wouldn't surprise me if Dan peels in. No, Dan's going to keep going as well. So what about DJ Phil? So race leader in. Huge for Fury here, because he's really, Mike, had quite a quiet race. Bit of a battle when Kishanya could come past, but that's about it, as Kitty also comes in for his drive-through penalty.
Yeah, DJ Phil's just gone very wide into Parabolica, and he's staying out.
Staying out indeed. He's going long. Let's not forget, you can pit until the very last lap. It's not been thrown. He's just shouting, says Mother Davis in the chat. Well, good evening to you, Mother Davis, as Kitty comes through to complete his drive-through penalty, and Dan will take second place. DJ Phil will take third, but it is all about Fury at the moment. Has he been able to get his pit stop done? He is. He's now away, and it looks like he's going to jump the other cars by some margin, because all right, Fury, let off the accelerator a little bit there.
Louis Allen's the first car that has already completed his stop. He's not even into Parabolica yet.
Kishanika's a little close as well, by the way. Sorry, Jamie. Just to the back, then, of Smoky Devil. So that's interesting, where Dennis Newman could feed out.
Yeah, it is very interesting. Here comes Louis Allen. Louis Allen is going to look at going to be looking at Tibbs, but Tibbs is away and gone up the road. So Louis Allen's got a little bit of work to do to try and catch up to that front group.
Yes, as well. PN's running in P9. Future Revenge is 10th with John Andrews 11th. Bryn is 12th. Kit is in 13th place. He's actually in the wall. He must have hit the second chicane at off the sausage curve, because he's gone off where you'd have hit that second sausage curve. Then as Shane is 14th place and coming through now, and this could give Shane an extra place here. He's got his former teammate Bryn right behind him, but Shane, he slaps in the Porsche. He's missed the start. It slaps in the Porsche.
Yeah, he missed last week as well, didn't he? So it's more laps in GT4 generally, and it's like you say, it's always points. Finish, it's always points. Every space gets points. So
Smokey's definitely a lot closer to Fury after that pit stop.
5 seconds, is he? As far as I don't think he is. Kishanika's definitely closer.
To the eye, that looks closer.
Oh, I think, Jamie, and they're not a sponsor of the channel, but you may need to get yourself to Specsavers. As DJ Phil comes into the pits. Now, this is going to be interesting. Phil's obviously gone a lot longer than the back of the pack. Where's this going to put him out? Fury, though, has just looked like he's had a rejoin at the at the Ascari chicane. Has he run very wide and touched that gravel trap? Smokey now may look a little closer, Jamie, because Fury made an error. He's pulled away from Kishanika. Tibbs running them P7. It's all about Louis Allen. Future Revenge was on the back of DJ Phil, so it's all about seeing where Future Revenge comes out in relation to DJ Phil. He's at Ascari. Phil is stationary in his box.
And he now goes a lap down, but I can hear him. He's now away.
DJ Phil's now away?
That sounded like that was it.
He is away, and he's not completed his mandatory pit stop.
And he's
got a stop-go penalty for speeding in the pit lane. So DJ Phil hasn't completed his mandatory pit stop, and he's now got a stop-go penalty. DJ Phil is now stopped at the exit of the pit lane here, and his race has gone from bad to worse. So there goes PN Motorsport, there goes Future Revenge. John Andrews will get another place, as will Bryn, and Kittiers, who's really struggling tonight. And Shane will unlap himself, and Shane should get past DJ Phil here.
Dennis into the pits.
Dennis Newman boxes. This is going to be interesting in relation to where he was with Smokey Devil. He was right behind Smokey.
Looks like Dan's about to stay out.
Yeah, I think Kits had pulled off just to kind of stay out of the way of everyone whilst he was struggling.
So where is Fury? Coming towards the Ascari chicane now. It's going to be interesting to see where he is in relation to Dennis Newman. Fury's a very good driver, isn't he? We see him win these side championships. We know he's a Pro-Am champion, but he's also won Porsche Carrera Cup on ACC. He's won the touring cars on Project Cars. Now he leads the GT4 race and the GT4 championship. It just seems that these support races seem to favour him more than the GT3s.
Yeah,
he's a very aggressive driver, isn't he, Fury? As we've seen on a lot of formation laps, where he's trying to warm his tyres and he tends to lose it quite a bit. But yeah, he seems to do a lot better in support races.
Yeah, when he's not spinning on a formation lap. Indeed. Dennis Newman still yet to move then at the moment. He's now gone green and he's now starting to move. Smokey Devil has just exited the Parabolica. This is possibly going to put him behind Kishanyika here, who's already going to be up to speed in the Ginetta then. Where is Dennis Newman? He's off the pit limit and now he's got a stop-go penalty!
That ruins his first race.
So we're seeing now 2 stop-go penalties for speeding in the pit lane. Mike, it is a very fast pit entry as you exit the Parabolica. This could catch people out in Pro-Am and Pro.
Yeah, I tested this.
And he span! Apologies, he's had a spin at the exit of the first chicane. And he is around here. He's trying to get it going. Louis Allen will get through. And Dennis Newman now starts to go away. So not only has he dropped down the order, he's got a stop-go penalty for his troubles. And that's a podium gone. Mike, sorry, what was you saying?
I've completely gone now.
Yeah.
DJ Phil back into the pits to serve his stop-and-go penalty.
The problem for DJ Phil is he's got to pit now. He's got to come back round and pit again as Dan's also going to box. Get that slowed down a bit, Dan. Jeez, think he did in the end. DJ Phil's got to come in and do back-to-back pit stops here, which is going to put Kitty's ahead of him, who's on the same lap as him now. It's going to put Shane on the back of him. Leader's now on the final lap. DJ Phil may not even get his mandatory pit stop done here.
No, he's not going to get it done. Well, I was only about to say, he's got to make sure he comes into the pit lane and doesn't get another one. Doesn't get another penalty.
Well, where is DJ Phil's pit box? It is after the start line. Dan is the leader. Dan has started the last lap of the race as leader. Fury, though, is at Parabolica, so DJ Phil cannot get lapped by Fury here, otherwise this could be a 130-second time penalty.
Well, well, is Dennis Newman going to be able to get...
He'll be able to get his done now, yeah. Easy. He'll be able to get his done now. He'll be in the pits. He'd have crossed the line by the time he stops at his pit box and he'll be out.
Dan's moving.
Yeah, that'll put him quite
so Fury's through, Smokey's through, Kishanyika is through. Dan's about to come off the limiter. Here comes Tibbs, who Dan was really fighting with before the incident. Tibbs down towards the start line. You hear Dan's Chevrolet get through, and Dan down in P... Where's that put him? P5. That puts Dan now. So Fury from Smokey from Kishanyika with Louis Allen. He's not a million miles away from Dan. DJ Phil, though, well, that is his race over, because did he get his stop-go penalty done? Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear.
And he hasn't done his pit stop either, so that'll probably be about a 1,000,000-second time penalty.
Could he have got another stop-go penalty?
Oh, DJ.
No, because it would have disqualified him.
When it rains, it pours sometimes, Mike. You know that feeling?
Absolutely. Maybe not to this extent, but yeah, it's this could give Shane an extra place by the end.
Could give Shane an extra place indeed. Dennis Newman still stationary in his pit box. PN has gone through. Future Revenge has gone through. John Andrews has gone through. Bryn has just gone through. Kitty and Shane are nowhere near. But Dennis Newman still sat stationary at the moment. But there's no real battles happening on the track at the minute. And we have to tip our hats once again. It is going to be one of the 2 podiums he needed tonight. It is going to be race win number 45. He is really starting to hunt down on orthodubs in terms of them race wins. Fury only has to get the Parabolica right, and he's 9 seconds clear. Dennis Newman clears his stop-go penalty. Shane has got past DJ Phil, but Fury CBK, for the first time tonight, he's going to round the Parabolica. It's been absolutely fantastic from him, a easy victory. You got overtaken by Kishanyika early, but it is going to be Fury CVK who will come to the line and win round 3 of the season in fantastic style. A great effort though for Smokey Devil, who is going to come across the line for P2. A real fantastic effort from the Scotsman. Kishanyika, possible investigation over that race start P3. Exit Tibbs is going to come across for a P4. We then look to unorthodox for P5 before we drop all the way back to Louis Allen, who will claim P6. I don't think PN Motorsport expected a P7 in the KTM Crossbow, but he is going to get one due to the fact of other drivers making mistakes. PN Motorsport P7 here, as Kitiez will cross the line at P12 just ahead. Future Revenge will be P8. Good result for the Ginetto once again. P9 will go the way of John Andrews. Not the result Bryn would have wanted in 10th place, as Shane will also cross the line there then in P13. Bryn P12 and Dennis Newman, Bryn P10, Dennis Newman P11, and really Jamie and Mike, that was a bit of a disaster for him.
Yeah, that was a big disaster.
Mike, obviously we'll be losing you for the second race. Just give us your final thoughts on that opening race, and really it was a bit of carnage from the get-go.
Yeah, I don't think the reverse grid, I think there's a few drivers that need a bit of a word with. There was a lot of confusion, and I don't think that helped the race start. And then, yeah, there's a few incidents, so there could be a little change at the bottom end of the grid, maybe.
Yeah, I'm sure something will go out on the Discord. But that then was race 1. We will be right back in a few moments' time with the second race. Don't go anywhere.
Getting hype when I aim up, elevating that game up, stepping up to the competition. Only first place, and that's how I'm living. I'm with it till they digging up my grave, eating all the things up on my plate. Game face when I step up in the place. I was born and when I watched me elevate. Watch me elevate. I was born to win, now watch me elevate. I was born to win, now watch me elevate. Watch me elevate. Yeah. All in when I show up. Whole place about to blow up. Superior to that competition. I'm in first place, yeah, that's how I'm living. With it till they digging up my grave, eating all the things up on my plate. Game face when I step up in the place. I was born and when I watched me elevate. I was born and when I watched me elevate. I was born and when I watched me elevate.
like a locket. Carve your name in my mind, 'cause you caught it. You caught it. You're golden, golden. Honestly, you know it. Meet under the street like at the so I could show you. You're golden, golden. Honestly, you're glowing. Meet under the mezzanine just so that I could show you. You're golden. Yeah, you're golden. You're golden. Yeah, you're golden. Golden.
Welcome back then, ladies and gentlemen, to SimPlay Motorsport here for the second race of the evening. And it's round 4 of the season as Mike Matthews steps out the commentary box. It is me and Jamie Brazier back in the comms box control for the time being, as Tibbs and John Andrews and Unorthodox are the first 3 cars. In fact, no, sorry, it's PM Motorsport and Dennis Newman who are the first 2 cars. Sneaky devils. I didn't even see them leave the pit. So Sutty, good evening to Sutty. Wishes he was racing. Sutty, if you wasn't prepared for a job interview, we know you would be, and we know we'd love to see you out there in that Mercedes-Benz. But Jamie, a chaotic race one with a reverse grid. Well, it's grid order that sets it this time round. Hopefully we get it bang on and right.
Yeah, so hopefully there should be no confusion, because where you qualify is where you start. So there shouldn't be any confusion for anyone.
Hopefully not. Are you a tip for pole position?
It's gonna have to be Fury.
Yeah. Hard to look past him, isn't it, at the moment? But if he does get pole position, it'll be another one for him. If he gets one more podium, it'll be podium number 100. And if the BMW gets one more win, it'll be the BMW's 25th. So a lot of records tumbling in this first race.
Yeah, a lot of records. I mean, I'm pretty sure Fury will be the one to get the BMW's landmark win.
Probably Fury in the BMW tonight.
Yeah, if not, it'll just go around taking all the other BMWs out so he could win it next week.
Exactly, unless it's Smoky Devil. But for Fury, then, he becomes one of the most successful drivers at Monza. Holty is the most successful with 3 pole positions and 2 race wins. Then it is myself with 2 pole positions and 2 race wins. Fury then now joins Gary on 2 race wins. DJ Phil on 2 race wins. Fury is 1 pole position and 2 race wins. So we will want to have that joint most success with Holty of 3 race wins and 2 pole positions, Jamie, at Monza. As Dennis Newman outlap straight into the pits, PM Motorsport will be the first man to complete a flyer.
Yeah, Dan's had a spin on his outlap coming out of the Scully, so I imagine he's either hit that massive hit the exit curve, or he's gone in the gravel and just dropped the rear.
We'll see what's happening, but there is the cockpit camera of the KTM Expo looking on board PN as himself driver. You see there with his pink and black out gloves and overalls and his orange, green and white helmet then in the KTM crossbow. This is on board the dashboard then of it, and let's listen to that KTM as he brakes hard into turn 3 and 4. A lot of gears there. He went down from pretty much through all the gearbox, took a lot of curve through the first corner, and really, Jamie, the car looking pretty stable in PN's hands at the moment.
Yeah, PN's always been a driver who's very stable with the car. You never really see him have that many mistakes, and he knows where the limit is with the car. But I don't think you ever rarely see him spin. You'll see him possibly have a lock-up or something, or just end up missing his braking marks, but it's very rare to see him spin.
He is indeed, as he comes out of his score. He's down the back straight now to the Parabolica. What's his lap time going to be? He's somewhere, should be relatively good at the moment, and we'll see what he can do. Don't forget though, if you are new to SimPlay Motorsport, please hit that thumbs up button and hit the bell to be notified when we are live. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. If you want to get involved here, join our Discord. Check out our social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and our TikTok pages, as well as PN provisional pole position at the moment. As let's go and try camera set 2. Mike was really loving the Helicam. He was saying his car 24 will be the next car, as well as tune in tomorrow night for, I can't even see car 24, there it is. Tune in tomorrow night for the AM category. Myself from Joseph Bates, aka Fury, will be live with the commentary for that one. 8 PM BST as Tibbs goes provisional pole. Here then comes Unorthodox. What can Unorthodox do? He goes provisional pole. Kishanyika now goes provisional pole as 574 of Future Revenge invalidates his lap. Next car on a flyer is Louis Allen. DJ Phil and Future Revenge now back into the pits. And Mike, we've been given some bots here. If Mike is in the chat, hopefully he sees them. I have removed them. Don't worry, we're all good. Still being bombarded with text messages.
Yeah, Ksania top car 74 just come across the line. That is Ksania. He's not set a lap time. The next car coming across the line is
It's Louis Allen.
Yeah, the car 95. Louis Allen. Is he gonna be on a valid lap? He is. And he goes up into fourth place.
Are your dots not coming up as grey or blue on the map?
Mine are.
So blue is an invalid lap time, Jamie.
Yeah,
just let you know.
Just didn't know whether he was on an out lap.
Wow, yeah, fair point. PN next for car to set a flying lap down the back straight. He comes. Camera set 2's quite nice, actually. I might leave it on this for a little bit. DJ Phil still not come out of the pit lane yet. He's moving now, though, so he's wasted a couple of minutes in his qualifying session, Jamie, here, in which you want the track time, and that's track time he's lost.
Yeah, that's going to be a good, like, 7 minutes lost, when he could be just pumping some laps in, trying to
PN Bales. Sorry, Jamie, yeah. PN Bales. Is he going to come back out of the pits? That's interesting. Right, John Andrews now, Jamie. Next across the line in the McLaren, quickest in a straight line. Unorthodox was telling me the other day. John Andrews down towards the start line. Puts it P5 at the moment. Next car is car 53. That is Kishanika, who will look to improve on his lap time. And he does improve on his lap time. Next will be car 5. That is Bryn to the line. Not seen the best of Bryn tonight in his Chevrolet Camaro. He had a Tier 1 incident on lap 1 in the last race. He goes and puts it P5 ahead of John Andrews. Next up is our two-time race winner this season. That is Fury CBK. Down the start straight towards the checkered flag line he goes. What's his time going to be? That's a statement. It's not really, actually. It's not just under a tenth ahead of Kishanika as Kittiers comes to the line now.
Yeah, I'll go on board with Fury just to see whether or not he's going to improve in his lap. But it's very tight between the top two at the moment.
It is indeed. Future Revenge must have invalidated his lap at the very end, as the next car is Louis Allen to cross the line. Needs to find 6/10 of a second to get himself ahead of Tibbs. To the line. Finds a lot more than 6/10 of a second. Goes P3. He's only 8/10 off the back. Next car on a valid lap time. He's out of 88. It's Shane in the Porsche.
Yeah, at the moment. Fury's definitely not improving because he's just gone off.
There we go.
Yeah, next car is Shane, and he's got a car just ahead of him, which
that's Tibbs.
He might get a slight. He's not going to get a tow anymore because Tibbs is just back right off.
There he has. So
yeah.
Shane to the Parabolica. PN still in the pit lane. He's done one flying lap and hasn't returned to the track yet. PN does this a lot, where he does only a limited laps in qualifying when the track gets rubbered.
Sets a banker and then just kind of leaves it. Shane across the line goes 8th.
Not bad, still learning the Porsche. John Andrews will be the next car to the line. After that will be on Orthodox. What can John Andrews do? Needs to find a second to get to Bryn. Finds 8/10 of a second. Dan, he improves and goes P3. Kishanika doesn't improve there at all. Car 43, that's Smoky Devil, yet set a lap time to the line. Goes provisional P1, a 10th and a half quicker at the moment. Next up is car 5 of Bryn, who improves, fine 2/10. Doesn't move him anywhere. Next one will be Dennis Newman. And Shane and Dan back in the pit. Smoky Devil, provisional pole.
Yeah, by over 1.5 tenths. So in theory, he's only got 5 minutes and change left in this session. So he's going to have to find some time from somewhere as Dennis Newman goes up into second.
Dennis Newman now goes second, so really putting the cat amongst the pigeon here as Kitchen stays wide as he's had a moment at the Parabolica. Down towards turn... Louis Allen was about to set a lap time, returns to the pits. Future Revenge hasn't done a lap time. He is also in the pits. Next car on a valid lap time, that is out of exit Tibbs.
Yeah, he's only just come through the second Lesmo. He's now on the run up to Ascari, so he's still a long way. He's not even through sector 2 yet. He's now about across that beam. We'll go on board with him, see whether he's up. He is not at the minute, but he's only slightly down.
So only slightly down. We'll see what he can do through the parabolic. He needs 0.6 of a second to get himself ahead of Louis Allen. Louis Allen, Shane Pien and Future Revenge all in the pit lane. Next car on a valid lap after this is Smoky Devil. So where's Fury on track? He's just coming down to a Ascari now as car 74. That is Kittiers, who is returning to the pit lane.
Tibbs has backed out of his lap.
Tibbs has aborted his lap then. So this will be no improvement. So it's Smoky Devil we turn our attention to next. Currently your pole sitter, will he just be picking up a bit of slipstream from that of John Andrews? Car 271, Dennis Newman has returned to the pit lane as well. As Smoky 2 of the line, no improvement. Fury then will be one of the next ones. He is on a valid lap. 53 of DJ Phil. Sorry, of Kishenyika is now within 0.2. Fury's flashing the lights. Is this going to be an improvement for Fury? Yes, it is, by just under 1/10 of a second.
Yep, I was only about to say Smokey can kiss that pole position goodbye for now. But very tight between the two BMWs at the top, and Fury is not going to improve because he's just gone straight on at turn 1 again. Car 86
right.
is DJ Phil. He will be the next car to come around, and unless his lap time is invalidated, he will.
No, he's still on a valid lap time. It's him then Tibbs.
Yeah, I'm saying unless he invalidates his lap around the rest of the lap, he'll get a time on the leaderboard as he's not set a lap time so far, and he'll go above Future Revenge. There's a car off at the middle of the Lesmos. They've gone back to pits. Future Revenge, the only person not set.
I think the car that was off, Jamie, was Smoky Devil, because he's just returned to the pit lane. PN, Kittiers and Future Revenge still not back out the pits. Louis Allen also in the pits. That is car 5, that is Bryn, who now returns to the pits as DJ Phil comes round the parabolica. Will definitely jump Future Revenge, and this was Future Revenge, me and Dan said's downfall in Am last week. The lack of qualifying meant that he had to, and he struggled to overtake cars as DJ Phil actually goes above Shane, PN, Kittiers and Future Revenge. Good lap.
Yeah, car 24, which is Tibbs. Tibbs to the line. Is it going to be improvement for Tibbs? How far's it going to go? It's
No improvement.
That was an improvement, but he just didn't improve far enough. Car 56, John Andrews.
Yeah, John Andrews to the line. What's he going to do? He sets it. No pace there from him. Kishenyika P4 jumps up to P3, to P2. So that's half a tenth he needs to get pole position. 3 cars, Jamie Brazier, within 1/10 of a second. The top 5 within 0.6. This is close.
And then Fury in his next lap is going to go about half a second quicker and rubbish all those statements.
Yeah, I hope not. This is good.
But that would just be what Fury do now. Shenya's just gone straight back to the pits. That is him done for the session.
So Kishenyika cannot improve. Smoky Devil is 43. He'll get one running. Yeah, he's just coming down towards his Ascari chicane.
And Fury has got a lot of clear track space in front of him. He's got no one around him at all, which is not necessarily a good thing.
You might just want that little bit of a slipstream, mightn't you? As Dan comes into...
But then that BMW doesn't really need...
Oh, Dan! Little twitch on the rear coming through the first part of the parabolic. He exits the parabolic now. He will get one more flying lap of this. Needs half a second. Needs 0.4, sorry, to get ahead of Dennis Newman. Doesn't find any time there. Car 86, that is DJ Phil. Needs to find 1.1 seconds to put himself above John Andrews. Car 43, that's Smoky Devil, will start his final flying lap. Louis Allen is just behind DJ Phil. He will also get a flying lap. Phil will get one more run at his Future Revenge. No extra lap. Pien only did one. Interesting tactic from Pien as DJ Phil does not improve. Car 56 though. That is John Andrews. Needs 3 attempts to find a place over Bryn. What will this be? And he might just actually sneak one more lap in for Fury. He's not going to get one more lap. Fury will be done here, so he's got open praise on a good lap. John Andrews bails. So to end qualifying, can Fury find any more time here then? He rounds the parabolica. No flash of the lights this time. What's it going to be as he gets to the line?
Slightly down.
No improvement. So then, Dennis Newman, you need 2/10.
Joe was slightly down. What is Dennis Newman doing? Can't get a book of him at the minute to see what he's doing. 2 cents comes towards the line. No improvement.
No improvement. It's Shane who's next. He's cut around the Parabolica. And what is he going to do then? It is just Dan and Smokey left to complete qualifying. Shane to the line. Goes P8. Pushes his former teammate down to 9th. It's Dan next. He needs just over 6 tenths to take pole away from Fury. Or as E. McKizzle's just said in the chat, Jojo. And for little Jojo, it could be another pole position to his name. But Unorthodox, the 6-time champ, most pole positions here at SimPlay. He knows how to take one at the death. Can he get one now? No, he goes within 3 tenths. All eyes turn to the Scotsman of Smoky Devil, who has pushed Joe close. He only needs just under a tenth to take pole position away. Here comes Smoky to the line. Oh, and he misses out by 9/100ths of a second. It is Fury who will take pole position number 21. And really, Jamie, 3 tenths separate the top 5. That is fantastic.
Yeah, that is fantastic. And Jojo, or Tinky Winky as we like to call him, is on pole position. With the top 3 covered by less than a 10th of a second. So we could be in for a cracking race.
We really could be. It's going to be a fascinating one. Jojo Rabbit says Sutty in the chat. Not sure that's all about. Right, formation lap now. Hopefully the formation lap is relatively easily because they're in their own grid positions this time.
Yeah. What's that he's meant referencing there is a war film.
Ah, there we go. Thank you, Sutty.
Or comedy war film. Yeah, it's hard to look past Joe for this one again.
Yeah, I reckon Joe could be the man to take another race win here. He looks like he's in form. It's the 45-minute race now, though, Jamie, as well. So drivers will need to make sure they fueled up to the end. Drivers will want to make sure as well that they know when their pit strategy. It's not as warm as Kyle Army last week. We haven't mentioned that tonight. The temperatures aren't as hot as Kyle Army.
No, that will make a huge difference because the drivers will be able to go a lot longer in their stint. And like we're seeing in the F1 this week, they haven't got to manage their tyres. They can push them quite hard.
So here we go then. Underway they go for the formation lap. Jamie, race winner.
Gonna have to go with Fury.
I'm gonna go Smoky Devil just to be different.
Yeah, it looks like everyone's staying in the right positions this time.
It's good to see. That's what Discord's for in terms of reading the grid order.
Yeah.
And wasn't to be in that first race.
No, it wasn't to be. But I'm pretty sure everyone will sort themselves out for next week.
Some of them are racing GT3 this week. Need to sort themselves out for tomorrow. Because we go again, and if you want to join us tomorrow night, make sure you join in with me and Fury for the Amateur League race. Now, just looking at the fuel bot, a few calculations going in. Apparently we're in for 23 race laps. Yeah, just looking at Tibbs and Joe, running similar fuel levels here, which I find interesting. Tibbs, though, in the Chevrolet, using 0.06 more fuel than Fury, so interesting pit strategy here. It's going to be an interesting race, Jamie. The qualifying that close, but with a 45-minute race, anything can happen going into turn 1. We have actually lost a driver. Oh, it's Unorthodox. No, it's not. It's P5.
We haven't lost any.
Yeah, we're down to 13.
Anyone.
We're down to 13.
No.
Yeah.
Future Avenge is still there.
No, we're down to 13.
Oh, on my screen I can still see 14 drivers.
Ah.
Yeah,
I've got 13.
Yeah, I can see Kisanya is... Oh. However you
Kittiers, Kishanyika,
Yeah.
Fury, Kishanyika, Smokey, Dennis, Dan, Tibbs, Shane, Bryn, John Andrews, DJ Phil, PN, Kittiers, and Future Revenge. Not sure who we're missing off of my screen then.
Find out when the race starts.
Louis Allen is not on my screen.
Ah.
And I actually, going through the grid, so let's go through as we see there. Yeah, Micro J says Louis Allen as well. And I'm just looking at the guy's stream. No, even Dan's screen says 13, PN stream says 13, and Joe's stream all say 13 drivers. So we've lost Louis Allen from the start of this race. Now he can get back in to finish the race and score points, but we have lost Louis Allen for the time being, which is a shame for Louis Allen because he's gaining on that 50th race start and would have actually got it this season had he done both GT3 and GT4. And needed a couple of GT4 appearances. Next man to get their next milestone appearance is KLF, 3 appearances away. So great to see that from Kelly. As DJ Phil approaches to the 300 mark, he'll be the first driver to reach that.
Now, halfway down the straight towards Parabolic, so they'll be thinking about. They'll all be having their minds on turn 1.
They
Right
will
now
be. And what do we expect from turn 1?
I expect it to be a little bit cleaner this time. I mean, it's never fully clean because it's turn 1 at Monza. It's like throwing a grenade in the room and locking the door.
Yeah, it is. It's going to be an interesting one to see. That is for sure at the moment.
Louis
Allen's back in, right, so that's good to see. So now he gets to go again.
Yeah, he'll be a lap down. There's a bit of confusion I can see just in front. There's a bit of a gap as well behind one of the Camaros, which I think is Bryn.
What is the confusion behind Bryn?
I'm
not quite sure.
There was just a bit of a gap, and Dennis looks like he's aiming for the middle, and Kasanya's not really level with Fury. So
no, he's not. Kishanyika's just kind of like dropped behind. He's more level with Smokey Devil. Now the race starts to initialise though. Dennis Newman trying to get a good launch for green and go for round 4 of the season, and it is a great launch from Fury, as you'd probably expect. Kishanyika though, side by side with Smokey Devil as they already head down to turn 1 on Orthodubs. Try and cook up the inside of Dennis Newman, but that Audi just seems to have the grunt in the straight line over the Chevrolet, and it's Chevrolet as they all look to go 3 wide. Smokey up the inside, all hard on the brakes. Shane's charging down as well, and for I tell you what, turn 1 at Monza, that is as clean as a whistle. Yeah,
it's clean as anything. There was a bit of contact between Kusanya, Smokey and Dennis, but other than that, nothing really. Louis Allen's got going, so he's not that
He's a lap down, though. That's the problem. He's a lap down in this race, I believe, as Shane gets past up the inside of DJ Phil, so he's lost a few places at the start. Now John Andrews is going to look up the inside of DJ Phil into the second chicane. He's having a look up the inside of Shane and cannot get Shane done, but gets DJ Phil an absolute kipper, and that's a good move, although DJ Phil is going to try and come back at him and has got him done, yes, going into the Lesmos. John Andrews has now lost out to PR Motorsport. What has gone on there to John Andrews?
He looks like he's having some sort of issue. There's
the yellow there's a Kittiers.
Yeah, Kittiers has gone off, but Fury has scarpered.
Yeah, Fury has gone. Kishanyika, though, is all over the back of Smokey Devil, taking Dennis Newman with him, and it's a Dan versus Tibbs rematch once again here. Bryn running up in P7 at the moment. And it's Kishanyika. We saw that Janetta look good early on. Now, the problem, Jamie, was the BMW at Kyle Army did kill its tyres. Here, though, it looks like it could be a bit better. It didn't seem to do bad over the 20-minute race. We'll see what the stints are like now. As Kishanyika all up in the slipstream of Smokey Devil, just dropping down the pack to DJ Phil. He is nowhere near the back of Shane anymore, because Shane is actually P8. He's dropped down the order.
He's run wide of Kasanya's straight up the inside, no second invitation needed. Dennis is in the pits. Dennis straight into the pits.
Well, that is not the pit window, so I don't know why Dennis is in the pits. That's going to help Louis Allen out. Here comes Smoky Devil, that straight line speed of the BMW, working him the world of good. Down to the outside. Max Verstappen couldn't do it. Smoky Devil doesn't do it. Kishanika misses turn 1. That could give Smoky Devil a chance to get back through. Dan and Tibbs resuming their battle as Smoky Devil does get through, and I think Kishanika waited for him seeing as he cut the corner.
Dennis has stopped in the pit box, so he's definitely having a pit stop, so he's probably left something on from qualifying.
Yeah, I wonder if he's just not fueled the car enough or something. Future Revenge fighting with Kitty is here as he's trying to get past at the moment.
Dennis is away now.
Yeah, that doesn't seem a long pit stop either. I wonder if that is literally just for fuel, but Louis Allen is now unlapped himself as Shane's trying to catch back onto the back of PN and DJ Phil. Dan and Tibbs, though, resuming their battle. They're going at it.
Yeah, they are indeed. Pretty sure Dan's gonna defend for all he's worth. Fury, he's got a 2-second lead already.
The other thing is noticed as well is them two Chevrolets are really gaining on the back of Kishanika a little bit here. Dan had the gap just under a second. It's now just gone over a second down that next straight.
Tell you what, Dan, that Camaro just eats the curves when it goes over the scar. Dan,
well, we saw it at the cheetah, didn't we? There was all over the cheetah last week.
Yeah, he's eating them curves for dessert.
He is indeed. A Shane trying to hunt down PM Motorsport. Future Revenge still hasn't got past that of Kitty's. And them two are still going on track. Future Revenge trying to hunt him down. Shane obviously getting used to driving the Porsche, trying to gain on the two in front, but it's Tibbs on the back of Unorthodox once again. It's Fury, though, who leads the race. 2-second gap to Smoky Devil. Can Smoky hunt him down? That's going to be the biggest question. Tibbs now in that slipstream down. We saw Jamie race 1 until the backmarker got involved. But this is where Tibbs tried to get the move done on Dan. Is he going to pull to the inside late? He opens the door to have a look, and it is only a look. Dan doesn't even close the door. He just knows Tibbs wasn't going to send it from there.
Yeah, Future Revenge to slipstream of...
Oh!
Yeah.
Shane late on the brakes, round the outside of PN. PN just seemed to let him go, really. He didn't seem to really react to that. Shane, I think, was happy for PN to go. PN just looked slow through the corner as if he didn't react to it, but Kishanika back under a second to Smokey.
Yeah, and then John Andrews is not too far back from the Shane PN battle. Tibbs 2 tenths behind at the sector point, so you must have been very close.
Oh, and Kishanika, I don't know if Smokey's messed up the Lesmos here, Jamie, but Kishanika all over the rear end of Smoky Devil here.
Tibbs just touched gravel, so he's just lost a few car lengths to Dan, and Dan's got some room to try and get after second and third.
The bonus for Kishanika, for Smoky Devil there was that straight line speed of the BMW really helped him pull away from Kishanika and the Ginetta. I tell you what, I didn't expect the Ginetta to be this strong. Kishanika's made it look good and Gary made it look good last week.
Yeah, PN's now got John Andrews all over the back of him, and you can see that the KTM does not have good straight line speed. We're told that the McLaren is meant to be the best in the straight line, but
yeah,
from what I've seen, just coming down towards the Scari,
oh, Smoky Devil, sorry to cut you off, Jamie, had a bit of a wiggle mid-corner at the parabolic. That's allowed Kishanika to get along the inside of Smoky, but that BMW grunt should just pull him back in front here, and indeed he does. Kishanika tucks back in behind Smoky Devil to get as much slipstream as possible. Down towards turn 1 they come. They've started to drop Unorthodox, who's got Tibbs gaining on the back of him. We'll drop back to him now because Tibbs is looking up the inside of Dan. Dan squeezes him, opens the door once again, and Tibbs backs out of that one and tries to get that job done a little later on. Down to PM Motorsport, who's got John Andrews, possibly one of the slowest cars in a straight line versus one of the quickest in a straight line. PM, though, he's a wily old fox, and he comes down into turn 1, defends the inside, and that is going to be job done in terms of defending from John Andrews.
Yeah, I was thinking, could John Andrews get the cutback, but he doesn't quite get the cutback. John Andrews just doesn't look very
comfortable. Yeah.
Where it didn't look very confident in brakes, so PN trusts those brakes very well. It's like a set of Honda brakes.
Future Revenge as well on the back of Kittiez. Just still can't find a way past. This is what we saw with Future Revenge last week. And it was interesting to see that he didn't make any lunges. He seemed to back out of them. He's alongside, though, going into the first Lesmo. Is this a time we'll see Future Revenge look to make a move? No, just again, Jamie, just backs out of it.
Yeah, perhaps he's just waiting for that. Just waiting for Kits to pretty much just say, look, go through. I'll open the door for you myself. Now, PN has dropped on Andrews and he's straight onto the back of the
I've just noticed that one. We are going to drop back to Future Events. He's got Louis Allen, who is trying to unlap himself here, trying to come through the pack. We will go back to the front at the moment as well, because Tibbs is right on the back down. He's not as close as we first thought. Smokey, though, looks like he's got Parabolica a little better this time, although Kishanika, gets a good run. Tibbs on Dan, that's not that close. PN on Shane. He's just lost a bit of time, but again, that's that Porsche Cayman pulling down the straight compared to the KTM.
Yeah, he's gaining a lot in the corners, so that KTM looks very, very, very good.
I reckon 2 weeks' time at Imola, that KTM could be an absolute machine.
Yeah, if we...
Especially because we go later in the year, Jamie, as well. A bit of rain around, you know.
Yeah. If we're doing a track like Zandvoort or...
We've got Suzuka coming up. That could be a track that really suits the KTM.
Yellow flag in front. So someone's had a... There's a car round.
It's Tibbs.
Yeah, it's Tibbs.
It's Tibbs, who we've just watching Shane and PN, and Tibbs is off. Louis Allen's just got past to unlap himself from Future Revenge. Tibbs still off here. Does he have damage on that car? I don't think so. Just waiting for the camera to pan around. John Andrews now trying to attack Tibbs. Around the Curva Grande on the outside. He'll have the inside line, actually, and the quickest car in a straight line. John Andrews, thank you, Mama, for the carrots. In fact, looks like... he's lunged up the inside of PN, and he's dropped it.
Now,
Day late, dollar short.
Yeah, there doesn't look to be any damage on Tibbs' car.
So Fury leads this race. He's got a huge gap. 4.2 seconds to Smoky Devil. 6/10 back to Kishanika. Unorthodox is P4. Again, he's a bit far back, isn't he? This Chevrolet just hasn't had the legs today.
No, it's not had the legs at all, but it was never going to have the legs on the BMW, but there's tracks that will suit it tomorrow morning. Now, there is actually damage on Tibbs' car, and it's on the bonnet.
On the bonnet, so has he rear-ended Dan a little bit there? Shout out to Bryn running in P5, by the way, Jamie.
Yes, I was going to say, I don't think Tibbs has hit Dan. There's another yellow flag at Ascari, and it looks like there's two cars involved in that.
That is Future Revenge and Kitty's. Now, Future Revenge was behind Kitty's, and Louis Allen's got away with that, and them two look like they've got some damage to their cars. That will allow Louis Allen to unlap themselves. That will allow Dennis Newman to gain onto the back of them. And Kitty's, some big damage. The problem for Kitty's is pit stop window opens in 2 minutes. Is it not just worth driving around with that damage for 2 minutes?
Yeah, so definitely worth driving around for 2 minutes as Tibbs is looking towards the outside of here. Yeah, I think Tibbs has hit one of the bollards at turn 1 and dropped it on the sausage curve.
Well, let's see. As he goes to the outside of PN, he knows he's not been able to get that move done on Dan. PN, though, absolutely messes up his braking, and now pretty much is stationary as he lets Tibbs go and lets Louis Allen unlap himself.
Yeah, so he's dropped. Well, he's back to really where he started.
Yeah, another one to give a shout out. DJ Phil running P6.
Yeah, very good showing from
Kitty is pitched, Jamie. Apologies, Kitty is pitched. Dennis Newman will now no longer be 13th place, and Louis Allen, who's already at the second chicane, will possibly now gain himself an extra place in this race as PN now misses the second chicane.
Yeah, Shane's now on to the back of DJ Phil, and DJ Phil runs. Well, is he going to hand that to Shane? Yep, he's opened the door. Shane's needing no second invitation.
Yeah.
Grabbed it with both hands. But DJ Phil's coming back at him now.
Yeah, the Audi's not too
Audi,
bad. They've got Tibbs as well, by the way, coming down on them.
Yeah, that Audi doesn't look like it's got too bad acceleration. The top speed of that Porsche looks like it's better than the Audi.
So good move there for Shane. He moves up another place. That puts him into P6 ahead of DJ Phil. He's now 7.9 behind his former teammate of Bryn, who's really having quite a quiet race. But P5 is a good result for Bryn at the moment.
Yeah, Bryn's been very quiet. He's just been getting on and getting on, going quietly about business, and seeing himself up in P5 as Shane has gone very deep in Parabolica. Is this a chance for DJ Phil to get back up the inside?
No.
And that black Camaro of Tibbs is getting closer and closer.
Yeah, the other one to mention as well here is Louis Allen down the start straight. Kitty is yet to move. Louis Allen, P13, and look at that. Kitty's only had to do one extra lap, Jamie, and the pit window would have opened for him.
Yeah. I bet DJ Phil and Shane are looking behind us. DJ Phil goes sailing on at turn 1. Looking behind, seeing Tibbs and hearing George.
We've seen a few late breaks. We've seen a few late braking. That was DJ Phil trying to lunge on Shane. Didn't work. He's now even let Tibbs go. So he's just not rejoined it. He could have rejoined in front of Tibbs. He just didn't. Future revenge straight into the pit lane.
Yeah, so just seen a few people just braking far, far too late, and it's not worked out at all.
Kitty's car is repaired. I wonder if he'll be away momentarily. He's got to come back round though and pit all again. Kishanyika. Closest fight really, him and Smoky Devil, but the gap is over a second. It keeps ebbing and flowing just under and back up.
Less than a second now, but
it's not now.
Yeah, it's not now.
Big off at Ascari.
He's kept it going though, and that's the main thing. He's still in 3rd place.
The bonus for him, the bonus for him is Danny's 8 seconds behind.
Yeah, so he's got no immediate pressure behind. He hasn't really got too much to worry about. But yeah, Dan is going to start getting closer and closer. Especially if Ksenia keeps making mistakes. There's 2 cars side by side, and I believe one of them is Louis Allen, who's unlapping himself from Tibbs.
So Louis Allen unlapping himself from Tibbs. I just wonder if Tibbs is carrying that little bit of damage. Kitiez is still in the pits, and let's not forget, if you don't pull away, it goes down as a retirement unless you're able to give a reason why you didn't rejoin the race.
Shane went into the pits, and that looked very quick.
So Kitchis needs to get back out on track and complete the race, because if he's in there for a while, he'll have to give an explanation why there was a retirement in this one. Louis Allen yet to pit. He's got past Tibbs, as we know. Future Revenge did at pit. John Andrews has come in. PN stays out, so gets ahead of John Andrews and Shane. Will Dennis Newman box now, though? Yes, he's going to get past John Andrews and Shane in the pits. Is he going long to make up as much time as possible, or do you think he should box early to then maybe have longer left at the end? He's going to stay out.
Well, if he stays out, at the minute he's in clean air, so you don't want to box and then drop yourself straight into the leaders, because he's just going to lose far too much time being lapped by the leaders. Whereas you might as well go as late as possible, and then you got fresher tyres for the end of the race.
Shane's done in his pit stop. This is where we'll see if he has a time penalty then. John Andrews still stationary, as is Kitty is then. Shane exits the pit lane now.
Yeah, there you go.
You called it, Jamie. 30-second stop-go penalty for speeding in the pits. PM Motorsport is getting closer to the back of DJ Phil, and Tibbs has actually lapped Louis Allen. So PM Motorsport gaining on DJ Phil a little bit here. Is DJ Phil just started to make some mistakes?
Yeah, I think is he feeling the pressure from now that we mentioned him being that high up? Is he starting to feel pressure?
Possibly so. He was running 7th. PN got 7th in race 1. The bonus for these two is Shane's got to pit again with that stop-go penalty. Kitty is still not moving. This will be classed as a retirement if he doesn't go and get his pit stop done. He's got 16 minutes to really get his pit stop done and get back out on track. Louis Allen is apparently 2 laps down, but he's not crossed the line yet. And I wonder if Louis is going to box. Yeah, he is. He's going to come in. Oh, very late to that pit line. Louis Allen in. PN going for the undercut on DJ Phil. Right then. Tactics from PM Motorsport. Everybody else stays out. What will Dennis Newman do? But Kitty is here. Needs to get going.
Ooh. I think that's Shane just been off. Who's that? Who's John Andrews has just been off? I'm pretty sure Fury's just lost a good... Yeah, Fury's
he's down to 3 seconds. Yeah, down to Smoke. He's lost a lot of time. He was 6 seconds ahead earlier.
He's lost He's lost 2 seconds so far this lap.
Dennis Newman stays out and goes on his way again. So Fury, is this the BMW starting to struggle on its tyres, do we reckon?
Could well be.
You know, we're nearly 20 minutes into this race, which was the whole of race 1. And that's in 2.5. That's in 1.5 minutes time. So next lap will be like the halfway mark of the race for these guys. We're not yet at that full mark. We've got a long way to go. Kishanyika as well to Smoky Devil. That gap's back down 0.7 of a second. So at the minute, Jamie, the BMWs just look like they're slowing as. Oh, Shane's got 2 laps left to do his stop-go penalty.
Yeah, just having a look to see what happened to Fury to lose all that time. Has he hit such a curve and gone the gravel? No. Well,
the top 3 are staying out, and for Smokey and Kishanyika as well, they've got to get a lap. John Andrews here. Dan, what is he going to do? He's wide at the Parabolica there, was unorthodox. He's got Future Revenge just behind him, and Dan is going to pull it into the pit lane. So Dan in the pits, Louis Allen and Kitty is still there. They need to get back out on the track. What does Bryn do? He is going to stay out on circuit. Louis Allen is now away. What will Agent Tibbles do? That's the question here. He is going to box with the angle of his car there. Oh, that's very quick, Tibbs. He's got it slowed down. Right, DJ Phil stays out. Dennis Newman, what will you do then? He's up to 9th on a recovery drive at the minute, Jamie.
Yeah, I've had a look to see what happened to Fury, and he just ran wide at turn 1. Ooh, that's a bit quick in there from Dennis, but no, he's managed to get stopped at the Parabolica. Fury's just lapped PN as well. So there's now a car in between himself and Smokey, but Smokey's got to be mindful of the Ginetta behind him.
Yeah, it's Kishanyika's 1.6. One mistake for Smokey, and that opens the door.
That doesn't look like it. That gap definitely looks, to the eye, looks a bit smaller, and it definitely is.
It definitely is. He took another second out on him, so Kishanyika got pace. Is that BMW just going through its tyres? Dan's back out on track. Tibbs yet to go away. Will Shane come in for a stop-go penalty? No. So he's got to do it at the end of the next lap. Kittiers, that could be a retirement. Stop go for Tibbs! Stop go for Tibbs! So his race goes from bad to worse.
Is Smokey going to come in this lap? No, he's kept.
Oh, he is. That's a late call for Smoky Devil.
I think he's got that slowed down perfectly well.
The question is, what will Bryn do? Because Dan now is clear. Bryn, who was behind Tibbs. Tibbs got to pit again. Well, that could give Bryn a P5 in this race.
Yeah, excuse me. Yeah, he very much could give him P5.
Bryn's in.
He's now. Yep, slow down.
Get it steady, Bryn. Tibbs has just got a penalty. Get it slow.
Yep, he's stopped that.
Phil, very wide at Parabolica. He tried to do this long tactic where he's going very long. Well, that's just not going to work.
Is he going to come in?
Nope, stays out.
No.
Dennis Newman yet to pit as well. So the top 2 yet to pit. DJ Phil will go 3rd place. Dennis Newman is now sitting in P6. No real battles happening in the mid-session part of this race. This is the problem, Jamie, with these longer races. This mid-session pit stop area, we get that bit of a lull as Dennis Newman is also going to stay out.
Now, I just look at the lap times because I thought the gap to Fury and Cassania was about
6 seconds.
It was about 6 seconds. On my screen, it's 4, and Fury's lost 2.5 seconds on this lap again. So I reckon that BMW's chewed its tyres up.
I think the BMW has chewed its tyres up, and that is Kishanyika putting a lap on PN Motorsport as Bryn is now done his pit stop. Tibbs coming towards the end of his lap. Smoky Devil is also away. No stop-go penalty for Smoky Devil. Will we see Tibbs come straight in? So Tibbs at the Parabolica. Bryn is exiting the pit lane, and it's a long pit lane here. Tibbs is straight in, Jamie. And Shane is going to follow suit. Has Shane got that slowed down, though? I don't know if he has. I think he may have just done there. Well done to Shane in the end. Kittiers is just not moving, so that will be a retirement, you pretty much say. And Joe is going for one more, as is Kishanyika.
I mean, if you were Joe, you'd be straight in.
If I could see that gap closing, 100% I'd be straight in. Dennis Newman and DJ Phil left to pit. This is going to be the feature, though, this week, I reckon. Who will get stop-go penalties? DJ Phil is all over the place in his Audi through the Ascari chicane. And you have to say, it's just all looking like PN Motorsport will get past him. Where is PN on track?
PN is just coming towards the Curva Grande.
So he's at the Curva Grande, halfway through the race. PN's at the Curva Grande, DJ Phil's at the Parabolica. So PN's pretty much through the first sector. And Phil's got a pit stop to make. Phil looks like he's going to come in now. I think PN has undercut DJ Phil here.
Now, DJ Phil has definitely got that stop because he's stopped at the pit entrance.
Stop go cleared for both drivers then. Dennis Newman left to pit, as is Kishanika and Fiori. Dennis Newman will carry on his way. And I tell you what, pitted at the end of that one. He's now running P3. Kittiers hasn't gone yet again. So that will more than likely be a retirement there.
Yeah, Smokey with his new tyres might be able to get a bit closer to Fury, especially if he's struggling. Because Fury, not too bad but he's half a second down on his personal best, so it's not quite the 2.5 that he was down last lap.
Yeah, it isn't quite the 2.5 that he was down on the last lap, so we'll have to see what he can do.
Bryn goes flying past DJ Phil. Now where is PN? PN is coming towards the Parabolica, and I think
DJ Phil's moving. Yeah, but DJ Phil is nowhere near pit exit yet. Here comes PN Motorsport, who's going to be right up to speed. Phil now is at the pit exit. Can get up to speed now. Where is PN Motorsport? You see that blue car in the background. I'll tell you what, I thought PN was going to jump him by a mile. Turns out, DJ Phil actually keeps hold of that position. He's actually get up to PN Motorsport. Kishanika in the pits.
Yep. Dennis still hasn't picked. Where's Kishanika going to come out relative to Smokey Devil? Smokey is on
he's just coming towards Ascari. Smokey's coming towards Ascari. Future Revenge now on the back of John Andrews. Now for Tibbs, he's going to be one to watch on a charge, as will possibly Shane. Future Revenge trying to gain on John Andrews. Them two AM drivers together. Kishanika still in the pit lane. Here comes Dennis Newman towards the Parabolica. He's got to pee. He's got 7.5 minutes to do it. Joe looks like he's going long here. I don't know if I like that tactic from Joe in that BMW. It seems like it eats its tyres a little bit. Dennis stays out.
Dennis stays out. Where was Smokey? I think
he's exited the Parabolica as Smokey. Kishanika, I don't think he's off his pit limiter yet.
He is.
Is he?
He's gone. He's out.
Oh, he is out. He's well gone. Yeah. He's long gone. Has jumped Smokey a peach here then. Smokey's coming, but it isn't close enough. And Kishanika, he's up into a net P2. Dennis Newman second at the moment, but has not yet pitted. Joe now comes to the Parabolica. 7 minutes left of this pit window to go.
And Joe is a second down on his fastest lap again. So he's probably losing a lot of time relative to Smokey, but Smokey's now going to have to fight that Gennaro. But Joe, he's now coming into the pits.
Yeah, Joe boxes, and I think this is good to react to Kishanika here. Just dropping down the order. Future Revenge still trying to hunt down John Andrews. PN looking to try and catch DJ Phil. He looks like he's able to take a much tighter line than DJ Phil through the Parabolica. Smokey Devil, though, within that 8/10 of Kishanika coming through the Lesmos. Bit of a twitch for Smokey. But Kishanika, though, has got to get them tyres up to temperature now, Jamie. This will be the hard point for him here because of the fact he's now got to get them tyres with no tyre blankets up to the right pressure where Smokey pitted early.
Yeah, if he can keep him behind for the first lap, really, then he's kind of done. He's done really half his job. All he's got to do is defend from that straight line speed of the Beamer.
So Bryn down in P6, but Dennis Newman yet to pit. We believe Dennis Newman will fall behind Bryn after this round of pit stops. Fury is still in the pits. PN's getting closer to DJ Phil, so we'll keep our eyes on that. Smokey Devil getting closer to Kishanika. Fury is now just rolling out his box as Kishanika is now away. out the Parabolica. Fury off his limiter now. And Kishanika, I tell you what, this isn't a million miles away, you know.
No.
I think that's a lot closer than what Fury expected it to be. And now, Fury's got to get his tyres up to pressure as Dennis Newman leads this race.
Yep. Oh, Smokey!
Oh! Well, that puts that one to bed.
Now
Late
Smokey.
on the brakes, Smokey Devil. He's pulled to one side. I think he's going to let Kishanika have this one back, is he? No, he's carried on going.
He's still going, but he's
right.
Is he dropping back? No, he's not dropping back. He's going to contest this with the stewards.
Well, we expect Kishanika to probably see that one in the steward's room. PN, though, right on the back of DJ Phil at the minute.
Well, the pair of them would have got damaged. The problem Fury's got now is that he's got Dennis Newman right in front of him.
Will Dennis Newman fight it hard, though, being that, different strategy to these guys? The other thing as well is Dan and Bryn could look for a podium here with that good result at the moment. If you are, though, PN Motorsport, you're in that slipstream of DJ Phil, you're coming down towards turn one, he opens the door, has a little look up the inside, but can't sniff an opportunity to get through. Brakes very early, does PN, to make sure that he doesn't outbrake himself this time round. Also dropping back to Future Revenge now, right up the gearbox of the McLaren GT4, and here comes PN down the start straight towards turn one. He has a look up the inside. Future Revenge, apologies, not PN. Again, just brakes earlier and doesn't commit to that send-it manoeuvre. Smokey has let Kishanika go.
Yeah, but look at the gap now between Kishanika and Fury. 4 seconds, so Fury's built that gap straight back up.
Now, that is 6 seconds. That isn't to the leader, that is to the car in front. So that is 6.8 seconds to Fury. And that one is really job done. PN looking at the Lesmos. Future Revenge just losing a bit of time here. This PN DJ Phil battle. Oh, DJ Phil gets the tail out. PN sniffs an opportunity. Race winner. Took his first ever race win in the AM last week. And now is fighting with his teammate from last season. DJ Phil versus PN. Audi versus KTM Crossbow. It is going down to wire. The action after the pit stops now starting to kick back in, and it's starting to happen.
Yeah, PN's just wait. He's just kind of waiting there to trying to make DJ Phil make a mistake, so he can just go straight up the inside. You don't have to force the issue.
You don't at all. Future Revenge just got past John Andrews. John Andrews going to look to commit to the inside of the Scari, and Future Revenge will let him go there. So good little scrap there. PN just waiting for DJ Phil to make a mistake. Phil's not got the Parabolica right many times today. KTM Crossbow will get this one done. Look, PN just has that bit more grip through the corners, able to tuck underneath DJ Phil. This is where the Audi should be far superior. Kishanika 8.9 off the back of Fury now. Dan's gaining on the pair of them, and PN losing that bit of top speed now to that Audi, but he's still got a nose there. He could think of being late on the brakes to lunge up the inside. Is PN going to send one up the inside? They brake late into turn one, and DJ Phil shuts the door. Good racing.
Yeah, good racing between the pair on.
John Andrews, Future Revenge, 3/10 there as well. Sorry, Jamie.
Yeah, I was about to say that they've got to be careful, because John Andrews, Future Revenge aren't a million miles away. They're a long way.
Yeah.
They're a good 18 seconds back, but if these two make contact, then
they open the door for an opportunity for them guys to gain, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Dennis has got to pit this lap. Pit window will close before the end of the next lap, so Dennis is going to have to pit just as Joe has got on the back of him. So Dennis peels off. Kishanika 8 seconds behind. Smokey 1 second behind. Dan 2.2. So Dan looking for a podium here in this race. Bryn's 25 behind. Could Bryn get on the back of them two? We go back to DJ Phil and PN Motorsport then in their fight for P7 and 8. Bryn will want to get past Dennis Newman here. 25 seconds behind Dan. It's doable for Bryn to possibly be P5 in this race.
Yeah, very doable. I have to see where Dennis comes out in relation to Bryn.
Well, Bryn's exiting the Parabolica, and Dennis hasn't moved yet.
Away.
So Bryn, P5, gap to Dan, 26 seconds, but Dan is about to get caught up in this Kishanika Smokey unorthodox battle. Dan's going to get in this Kishanika Smokey Devil battle. A chance for maybe Bryn to possibly catch Smokey and Kishenyika, get himself on the podium potentially. Is PN very wide at the Parabolica? That's not going to help him catch DJ Phil there.
No, that's not going to help him catch at all. And there's a slow-moving car. It's Future Revenge, and Future Revenge has dropped right off the back of John Andrews now.
That's a shame for Future Revenge, and Tibbs 20 seconds off the back of him, so he's going to gain massively as PN and DJ Phil both get ahead of Daz Newman. So that is crucial in their race.
Yeah, that is very, very crucial. Dennis is not going to be far off the back of them. And
no,
he's got more. Oh, DJ Phil's had a massive wheel coming out of the corner.
And this has given PN the chance to get back on the back of it, because PN lost out massively through Parabolica. PN's going to really be determined to catch and pass DJ Phil. Smokey's within 0.6 of a second. We're watching the DJ Phil PN Motorsport battle. This is for 7th place, and if PN can get ahead, you fancy that Phil's then going to, Phil and Newman, all teammates in the Pro-Am as PN gets it stopped in. Phil all over the sausage curbs. PN can straddle them as well in the KTM crossbar. That's beautiful. And now PN just getting that a little bit closer through this section of corners, Jamie.
Yeah, he's getting very close. I've just switched to the Smoky Ever Constantio battle for P2, just while you're keeping an eye on PN and DJ Phil, and Smokey's getting closer and closer, coming into turn 1. Is he going to go for a lunge? He's looking, and Constantio, late defence, and Smokey going to probably sail on. No. Oh yeah, he did sail on it. Turn
PN Motorsport, sorry to cut you off, side by side with DJ Phil, but he's on the outside coming to the Ascari chicane. Is he going to try and stick it around the outside? He does. They just make a little bit of contact. DJ Phil all over the curbs. He's just bounced over all 3 curbs here as DJ Phil gets a horrible exit. Dennis Newman now on the back of these two. Got a great run through Ascari, and PN as well got a monstrous run on DJ Phil. PN's now going to pull to that inside line before the Parabolica. The top speed of the Audi now starts to kick in. Everybody on the brakes. PN looking up the inside of DJ Phil. Has he got the crossbow tucked underneath? He has indeed. PN Motorsport, thank you mama for the carrots up the inside, but here comes Dennis Newman as well on his Pro-Am teammate. Can he get the run onto PN Motorsport? DJ Phil is now dropped 2 places in 1 corner, and now heading down to turn 1 is Dennis Newman on the back of PN. He's going to pull out now, and this could be a lovely manoeuvre from the German driver. 2 places in 1 corner. No, brakes well earlier than PN, and thinks he's going to wait to do that one another day.
Yeah, is he going to try and get the cut back now on PN? He doesn't. And whilst you've been watching this, Dan's on the back of Smokey. There's someone just returned to the pit lane. It's Shane.
Shane has returned to the pit lane, and that is a shame. I wonder if he's ran out of fuel. He'll have to get back going in that one. Get to the end to score some points. I wonder if Shane has ran out of fuel.
Yeah, very.
Oh, Phil, big wiggle for DJ Phil through the second chicane, puts him in the gravel. PN now, with 10 minutes to go, or just under 10 minutes, has now got to defend from Dennis Newman. Back towards Dan, who's catching Smoky Devil here. Bryn is losing time to Dan, so I don't think he's going to get that top 5, but Bryn 5th, PN 6th. I don't think many people would have thought that. We go back to PN. He's all over the gravel. He's gone so wide in the second Lesmo. Dennis gets through and PN gets back on his way. So that for PN, just as I was about to say, he'll be taking P6. It could be a pair of 7th places for him tonight.
Yeah, watching the replay, Shane's crashed on the exit of Ascari.
Hopefully for Shane, then he can get back out there to score some points at the end of this race. And for PN Motorsport, well, he was having a nosebleed in P7 in that KTM. It's done him all right tonight. I know he was dreading driving the crossbow tonight, but it's not been as bad as I think he saw. Others making mistakes has helped him.
Oh yeah, very, very much so. There's a car just for Louis Allen just in front
PN.
of. Yeah,
PN very. Sorry, Jeremy. PN so wide at Parabolica. DJ Phil, who was 2.6 seconds behind, went even wider at the Parabolica, was in the gravel.
Well, I was about to say, Louis Allen is going to overtake Shane now.
Yes.
And something's happened to Dan, because Dan...
Yeah, he's dropped back 1.2 seconds, hasn't he?
Yeah, let's have a look at his lap time. He's 2 seconds down on that lap. So something has clearly happened to...
there goes Louis Allen. He's past Shane. And that is job done for him, as Kitiez now comes out the pits. Well, unfortunately, You can't just come out of the pits with 8 minutes left to go in this race. So Kitches comes out of the pits. Your race order then is Fury from Kishenyika, Smoky Devil P3. Dan has lost another 1.1 seconds, Jamie, this lap. What has gone wrong for Dan then?
Yeah. He hasn't had a spin or something. Just trying to have a look at the replay, but it glitched out on me. Just try and have a look what happened to...
I can't see any damage on his car. So is it his tyres?
Well, the game has glitched out whenever I try and go to it.
Beautiful. He's lost even more time to Smokey. Smokey's carrying some big front end damage. You found it. Now we can fix your car.
He's gone off at the second chicane.
Ah, there we go then. Wonder if he's carrying a bit of damage then because he's struggling. John Andrews, Future Revenge, sorry, 2.6. Tibbs has not come through this pack like I thought he would, and Shane, retirement.
That's unfortunate. Unfortunate for Shane. That was quite a big hit he did get. Now, Dan just dropped even further back from...
yeah. 3.4. He's actually just closed it a little bit because it went to 3.7 at Sector 1. Sorry, the start line. Sector 2 it's down to 3.4. Sector 1 it's down to 3.4. What's it going to be at Sector 2?
The good thing for him, though, is that Bryn is half a minute back.
Yeah. And he still pulled 2 seconds on Bryn this lap. Dan is still at 3.4.
So
although that sounds like there's a slow-moving car. No?
No slow-moving. Oh, Dan's in the gravel, though.
Dan's very wide. Dan was very wide through the Ascari chicane. Is he just carrying... Ah! Now then, I've just looked at his stream. Dan needs to be very careful here. He's on 3 warnings.
Oh. Is that him just taking it a bit cautious now? There is a car, though, stopped.
Yeah, that is Kittiers.
Yeah. Is he just... I think he was just letting Dan through.
He's coming into the pits. I hope you don't think he's doing his mandatory stop. Pit window's closed.
Yeah, but he's now about to get a drive-through penalty because that was way too quick. Well, stop.
So it's Fury from Kishenyika. Smokey trying to catch him down. Dan is now 6.5 behind. A drive-through here for Dan, you know. And all of a sudden, Bryn could be in the game here.
Oh, very much so. Let's just have a look at Dan's car, see if it's carrying...
I tell you what, Future Revenge as well, by the way, Jamie. He's really caught onto the back of John Andrews here. 1.6 seconds. Louis Allen's trying to lap John Andrews. John Andrews actually gone wide and onto the grass. Future Revenge now side by side. Future Revenge now through on John Andrews. Tibbs not far in the background. And John Andrews is going to try and come back on Future Revenge here. Louis Allen's just unlapped himself from the pair of them. And John Andrews and Future Revenge, well, they've changed places for 9th and 10th. Future Revenge got some... That bonnet's flapping around a little bit there. I think Dan's backed off here, Jamie. I'm just looking at him on his stream. And he just looks super cautious through the corners.
Oh yeah, he's got to be now. He's got a 4th place secured. You don't need to be pushing now.
No, Bryn's still 33 seconds behind. We'll see if he's gained any more time. Dan 6.6 to Smoky Devil. Back to that Future Revenge John Andrews fight. There is John Andrews. Looking to use that McLaren's top speed to gain on the Ginetta down the start straight. And Dan just needs to be careful now before he gets a drive through. He's on that 3rd warning. Oh, Louis Allen! Oh my days! What must he have seen in his mirrors?
He must have seen his life flash before his eyes.
As John Andrews breaks on the grass, he's letting Future Revenge go back through. This is all going to play out for Tibbs massively.
And the race leader's just behind as well.
Yeah. Now, Fury must have seen that and thought, oh God.
Yeah. Thought, I've got a big enough gap, I'll hold back.
3 minutes left, though, of the race.
John Andrews is now, about to get a cut back, but just had a wiggle out of the corner and Tibbs is now right on the back.
Fury's got that big a gap, though. Can he just afford to sit there and let these 3 fight? Doesn't need to get involved in this battle, doesn't need to get involved in lapping them. He can just sit there and be patient.
You know, he's got a 16.3 second gap.
Yeah.
Whereas Tibbs, I think it's just about to drive straight past John Andrews. He got a lovely exit off the corner, and he's up into the top 10. There's cut back straight in front of John Andrews.
He did there. That looked very sharp, and
yeah,
I just wonder if Joe needs to get involved in this fight a minute, or can he let it play out with the gap he's got? Smokey's back within that 7/10 of Kishanika and Tibbs. Look at that for a run. Look at that for a bit of momentum. Thank you, Mama, for the carrots.
Yeah, jumped straight over the curb, and here comes John Andrews, and Fury's thinking, please no.
Yeah, this is what I mean. Fury doesn't need to be in this fight as John Andrews gets back ahead of Future Revenge. Fury doesn't need to be in this scrap at the minute, does he? He can just wait, and he's now sat right on the bumper. What do we know about racing? Fury's going to just straight up lap them all.
Yeah, well, I mean, by the time he gets to turn 1, he'll be in front of Tibbs.
I don't think he will, because he's just struggling.
No.
He's now about to lap John Andrews, it looks like.
I don't know. He's getting close.
I just wonder if Fury needs to be doing this with the gap he's got.
He's got 16.4 seconds. He's going to get the drive on John Andrews now. Around the outside of Curve Grande, so all he's got to do is lap Tibbs, and he's away scot-free, and his heart rate can return to normal.
Yeah, it can, thankfully.
John Andrews is now round. Future Revenge just gave him a little bit of a tap, and John Andrews drops to 11th.
He does drop to 11th. Right, so Kishanika's got all this to come. He's got 9/10 ahead to Smoky Devil. Dan, nowhere near, but he's got to be so patient now.
Yeah, he's got to be so cautious now. Now, has Fury now laps Tibbs, so his heart can now go back into his chest.
Yeah, he can breathe once again.
Yeah.
As Bryn, sitting in that P5, it's pretty comfortable for Bryn at the moment. He's had a good night.
Yeah.
Quiet first race. He had an instant lap 1, turn 1. Since then, P5, but it's been such a quiet P5 for him.
Yeah. So I imagine he's probably sat at his sim now, fingers and toes crossed, hoping Dan gets another track limits penalty. Or another track limits.
Well, I don't know if Dan's going to be able to do that, because where is Joe?
Right.
Yeah, Joe could pretty much back off here and let it roll home, and he'd still win the race.
But is that?
No, Fury's going to want to do one more lap.
He's going to want to do one more lap and see whether he could get a faster flap or something.
Now the problem is, this puts more pressure on Dan to keep it clean.
This does. And he'll only blame Fury if...
Yeah. You can imagine being in that party chat. Why don't you just roll home? Right, Dan's got one more lap to. So your running order on the final lap is Fury from Kishanika, Smoky Devil 3rd, Unorthodox 4th, Bryn's up in 5th with Dennis Newman in 6th place when the camera pan trying to find him. There we go. PN is 7th with DJ Phil in 8th. Exit Tibbs is 9. Future Revenge 10th. John Andrews 11th. Louis Allen 12th. We've lost Shane, and Kit is also out. Is also retired in this race.
Yeah, but Fury has driven a faultless race. He got away on lap 1 and he hasn't looked back since. Got half a lap to go. Smoky Devil, he's close, but he's just not close enough to the back of Kasakia.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Dan's just keeping it nice and steady now. He'd kick himself if he got a track limits penalty.
He would indeed. As Fury comes through a Ascari chicane. First double winner of the season in the GT4s. Obviously Gary challenged him last week, but for Fury, it's just looking already first, second, first. 2 pole positions to his name. It is going to be race win number 46. He's 13 behind Dan. But it is going to be another race win. Louis Allen is going to slow down so that Fury can lap him. It is going to be Fury CBK who takes their second race win at Monza and wins round 4 of the season. Kishanika, well, it was third in race 1. Obviously under investigation because of the start. It's going to be second here in race 2. A fantastic drive from the Ginetta driver. The Ginetta putting up more of a fight than I expected this season. With Smoky Devil coming home in P3. We have also got Unorthodox, who's about to cross the line in P4. Good result for Dan, that. Well, is it? I think that's the best he could have hoped for today.
Yeah, that's the best he could have hoped for. Tibbs has crossed the line P9. Future Revenge 10th. John Andrews 11th. Louis Allen 12th. Bryn just come out of a scurry, but looks set for a great result.
Yeah, and really does look set for a great result. It's going to be a P5 for him. He's driven well tonight, as Brent.
Yeah, and this will install a lot of confidence for him going forward in the season.
Going into Wednesday night as well, Jamie.
Yeah.
So Bryn then comes through the final corner. And it is going to be a P5 for Bryn. Good result for him in the end. Dennis Newman looks like he's going to come through to take P6. And do you know what? Let's put Bryn's name on the driver of the day. Why not? Dennis Newman crosses the line in P6. It's going to be PM Motorsport. You know what? 2 7th places. I'm sure in that KTM crossbow we'd have bit your hand off at 2 7th places before the start of tonight.
Oh yeah, PM would have cut it off and ran away with it.
This, though, means that looking at the championship table as well, Jamie, already, Fury can miss a race and only be 2 points behind Kishanika.
Yeah, Gary, come back.
As DJ Phil crosses the line then to get that one done. So it is Fury, your double race winner. Hopefully him and Smoky Devil get in for a quick chat on the interviews. As DJ Phil is now going to proceed to try and do some donuts. Right then, Jamie, final thoughts from yourself and your driver of the day.
My driver of the day has to go to Fury. He's driven faultlessly all night, and it looked very, very hard to beat him at the minute. But another track might mean another story. The BMW was very, very strong tonight.
Yeah, interesting as well. I'm going to go Fury as well. It's been an interesting racing. The BMW obviously looked like it was the best car in a straight line. It now looks like we go forward to Imola in 2 weeks' time. Can that BMW keep up its top running performance? We are joined, though, by Smoky Devil and Fury, and we will chat with Smoky Devil. Smoky, 2 podiums tonight, a second and a third. Wasn't the pace to be to catch Joe, though.
No, I just couldn't catch him at all. He was in the 57s, you know what I mean? I just couldn't get anywhere near the 57s, so hats off to him.
Hats off to him, but 2 podiums nonetheless for yourself. Obviously P2 and P3. It was a fantastic night for yourself, and really got your season running in the GT4s.
The BMW was always going to do well down here, really. So it was just what other cars in about could keep pace with it, really, innit?
Obviously going into Thursday night now, back into the M6 for the Pro Series. Feeling confident for that one on Thursday?
I'll see what happens. I like Monza anyway, so M6 is actually not too bad in there, so it's just that scary, see the M6, it doesn't like the quick direction change, so that's the only part of the track that's dodgy for me.
Well, Smokey, congratulations on the double podium tonight. We'll see you on Thursday.
Nice one, cheers.
Cheers, buddy. And we move to your first double race winner of the GT4 season. Joe, Gary pipped you last week to a double win, but you've managed to do it tonight pretty comfortably in both races.
Yeah, when I joined that party chat and I had no testing behind this car, Dan was like, yeah, you're just gonna, just pull ahead, see nobody, and just take it. And I was like, nah, there's no way. The M4 can't be that powerful. First race, I kind of see what Dan was talking about, and then it came to the second race when the track turned to optimum, and I was like, oh, now I really see what Dan's talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, the M4 it's a different weapon in the straights.
That is also your 100th podium in SimPlay Motorsport history in GT cars, so it's not only 2 race wins, it's your 100th podium as well. So it's got to be a nice feeling to know that you've got BMW's 25th win and your 100th podium to go with it.
I mean, I think personally it's been a long time coming, but, you know, been at SimPlay for a while, and to hit that 100 milestone for the podiums is a good feeling, and to get the BMW its 25th race win, yeah, no, it's a good feeling.
It seems to be, and I said this to Mike in race 1, that it seems to be at the moment, Joe, that you are just like, you seem to be the king of the support races, because GT3s aren't really going your way on ACC. You're there or thereabouts at the front, but the support races, the Porsche Carrera Cup, the touring cars, this, you know, when you go back to the Project Cars 2 days as well, support races seem to be your thing.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, like I can't really put my finger on it, what's wrong with me in the GT3s. I suppose it's just not like my go-to car, because GT3s just seem to be, you have to do so much to them to get them to go quick. But with these Carrera Cups, you know, the GT4s, you don't have to do a lot. I think I changed 2 things on this M4 throughout the entire setup, and it just went like that.
Well, Joe, you are double race winner. You lead the championship. 100th podium, BMW's 25th race win. Also, you get the commentator and driver's vote and audience's vote for driver of the day. So double driver of the day for yourself as well. Jamie, pleasure as always to have you in the commentary box.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
And we will be back with the GT4s in 2 weeks' time as we head to Imola. A week break next week due to personal reasons for certain admins mean that we are not able to stream every race next week, and we always stream our races here at SimPlay Motorsport. So a week break. We're back in 2 weeks' time with GT4s. If you want to see Fury once again, then make sure you join me and him tomorrow night for the AM category, 8 p.m. BST for the AMs at Monza. Can some of the drivers, no PN Motorsport, I do believe, can Baraba, Future Revenge, take their first wins of the season? Will anybody else stop them? Join me and Joe for that. Join me and Nexus, aka Benedict Varga, in the commentary box for Pro-Am, where we get to see Unorthodox and DJ Phil back out on the circuit. And if you want to see me, Joe, and Jamie back out on the track at Monza, join Dan Davis and PM Motorsport live for all the action of Pro Thursday night. And like we say, a week break, and we'll be back in 2 weeks' time for the GT4s. We stay in Italy, but we go to Bologna for the Imola circuit. What a track it will be. Can anybody stop this man? Jojo leads the way. Can anybody stop him? Good night.